not wet, very dry, so, you know, he should be going into the game with a lot of confidence.
The voice of Lachlan Coote, who's going to join yours truly, Quentin Hull, for the call, but as ever, he's been able to tell his men to keep cutting cane. He is working hard. He's still at the footy, though, today. Laurie Spina, thanks for downing tools to come to the footy with us.
Thanks, Hugh, and welcome to Lachlan too. But yeah, got up early, 3:30 this morning, Q. But I told the boys, I said hello to them, but I had to leave to go to an important footy game. Ricky, Andrew, Chris and Mario, hello boys, but keep cutting me cane.
So we'll get a bit more of that story throughout the afternoon. If you want to get in touch, 0467 920 222 is the number to send us an SMS message. Please send us your name and where you're texting from. And as has been the case across the last fortnight of the competition, this is the last of the Welcome to Country before a game in these two Indigenous rounds. Ashley Saltner is going to conduct Welcome to Country, and the smoking ceremony taking place downstairs as well.
Hello, good evening everyone. On behalf of my Wugurukwa people, traditional custodians here of Gurumbura Townsville and Yaman and Manic Island, it's my pleasure to welcome you all here this evening on Wugurukwa country as we gather here for the NRL Indigenous round, moving forward together. It's an opportunity to be able to pay our respect and acknowledge all our Indigenous players, past and current, and also an opportunity for us to be able to celebrate our culture, share our culture with our broader community through the game that we all love and brings us together in unity. So I wish you all the best here this evening, both teams, and everyone a wonderful afternoon as we gather here to celebrate culture and rugby league. Welcome and thank you.
Please thank Ashley Saltner and the Wugurukaba Walkabouts. Get set as we get ready to play football.
And among the stories of this day at the football, we'll be looking at Jared Cole, the referee who is the full-time physiotherapist at the Gold Coast Hospital and has had such a good record as a referee at Queensland Cup level that he's now been given a chance at the NRL today. He's officiated in 2 of the past 3 Queensland Cup grand finals, so let's hope that Jared Cole has a good debut today. Grant Atkins is in the bunker. So the Knights are going to be playing in that predominant away strip white. Young Vitano at fullback, Dominic Young and Greg Marju on the wings, Dane Gagai and Bradman Best in the centres, Jacob Arthur at 5'8" with Jack Cogger at halfback. The props, Jake Saifidi and Leo Thompson, Jaden Brayley the hooker, Jermaine McEwen and Kai Pearce-Paul in the second row, and Tyson Frizzell as the lock forward. And the bench, Matthew Arthur, Matt Croker, Thomas Canton, Brodie Jones. While for the Cowboys, Scott Drinkwater at fullback, Sammy Valamay and Braden Burns on the wing, Jackson Purdue joined in the centres by Viljami Vailea in jumper 18, Jay Clifford at 5'8", Tom Dearden at halfback, Jordan McLean and Jason Tamalolo, the veterans up front with Reece Robson the hooker, John Bateman and Jeremiah Nene in the second row, Ruben Cotter the lock forward, and the bench is Zach Labert, Carl Lawton, Harrison Edwards and Thomas McKaylee. So it's the last game of the Indigenous rounds, the last game of round 24. The Cowboys with just 2 wins in their last 10 starts. They've got 7 wins and a draw. The Knights have lost their last 5, only 6 wins for the season. There's going to be a fair bit of heat on the losing coach today. Who can avoid that blowtorch as the Cowboys kick off? And it's the Knights with the first carry. Marju takes it and is tackled about 15 in from that eastern touchline, 15 from the northern end. So the Knights running to the right of your radio dial. Second carry taken forward by Saifiti. And there's just a little sliver of sunlight about 5 metres in from the eastern touchline. The rest of the ground is in shade on what is a warm day here in Townsville. Thompson and carry, now Brazil down the middle third as the Knights punch their way almost to halfway in this first set. Brayley out of dummy half, gives it to another Jacob Saifiti run. There's a Cowboy down and hurt in back play. I think it's Ruben Cotter. We'll keep an eye on that. Last play of the opening set of the game. It's a kick downfield from Jacob Arthur. Comes down, defensive left corner for Drinkwater. Catches it on his own 10. He's got Burns wrapping in field. Burns receives the pass and gets tackled. But straight away down to you, Loz, because Ruben Cotter is in trouble.
Yeah, he's really struggling. I think it's his midsection, his stomach or something. Yeah, the trainers have a look at it and I'll find out a little bit more about it.
So clear. All the Cowboys are back onside, but Cotter's still on the halfway line. He's really gasping for air and feeling at his ribs. Bit of a late offload here, second phase for the Cowboys beyond the 20 as McLean will take the ball into the defence, put down middle park about 15 his own side of halfway, and now Tamalolo has a rumble. Just his 8th game of the season. The veteran plays at 5 short of halfway. Played to Robson, give it a drink water, runs into the defence and taken down just beyond halfway. Last play of the set coming up for North Queensland. It goes to Clifford for a high kick downfield. Not much wind about, although that holds up a little as I say that. And Vitano, the young man, he had a look, Nene flying against him, but luckily for the young fullback on debut, he ends up making the catch. Lockie Coote with you on ABC Sport. How about that for welcome to the NRL for a number 1?
Welcome, mate. He was a bit nervous under that one. With Nanai, the experienced guy coming down on that chase, he does a really good job, so he would have been a bit nervous there.
And yeah, we couldn't really feel much breeze about, but it did hang in the air just a little there as Best takes the Knights to within 5 of halfway. 20 in from the left. Played to Brayley. Given a right and centre field through Thompson to Jacob Arthur on to Pierce Paul. And the big Englishman, he gets an offload away. Second phase here for the Knights. Out to the left. Pass from Cogger to Best. Wrapped up by Leah. Really good tackle one-on-one. Leah coming in with Labert on the bench. End of the set. Cogger with a bomb from about 35 out. It's very deep. It's too deep, in fact, into the in-goal area. And caught by Burns on the full, who race it out to the 20. What are your early thoughts, Lachlan Coote?
I think it's been a good opening set. Both teams have completed really well and good field position. I think it's just a good arm wrestle at the moment, but good challenge between Best and Valamai. Obviously, Labart taken off. Probably a good change to stack up against Best there.
Lockie Coote with you on ABC Sport. Tigers too good for Manly, 26-12 if you have just joined us. No score early on a warm Sunday afternoon in Townsville as Tal Malolo takes the Cowboys into attacking territory. He's 5 beyond the halfway paint. And it looks like Ruben Cotter's out there circulating. He's just running in the attacking line there. They bypass him with the pass to the left edge for Nene. Jeremiah Nene with 3 defenders around him. He's going to be put to turf. 20 in from touch on the western side. 32 from the Knights line. Robson to right and centre field. McLean receives. Runs at Thompson. Thompson makes the tackle of the opposite prop. Now on the last. Robson runs it to the right for Dearden. Men in motion. Drinkwater gives it on the edge. Through the hands of Vilea. And he links up out on the edge. And the Cowboys go in for the opening try. Drinkwater there to dot it down. A pretty simple shift to the right. And North Queensland make use of the first trip to attacking territory. 4-0 Cowboys, Lachlan.
Very good footy from the Cowboys there. They utilised that set restart. 4 kick from the half from Newcastle Knights, and they've gone up the field with some great sets and then finished off nicely by Drinkwater.
A little inside ball from Vilea. He had his winger available on his right shoulder as well. Laurie's been down on the touchline, but Scotty Drinkwater, 10 tries for the season now.
Yeah, he's involved in a lot of the things the Cowboys do, and together with Tom, they do a lot. And beautiful pass there, the timing, Vilea in it too, and a great start for the Cowboys. Their attack hasn't been a problem this year. 436 against the Knights, 296. So their point scoring is really good, but their defence, 614 against 448. That's where they're really falling down, the Cowboys. Hopefully they can really work and pick that up.
G'day to Michael from Canberra, who's saying that I'm like Roy Kent from Tad Lasso, here, there and everywhere. Yeah, in Brisbane last night, far North Queensland the next. I haven't got to the new season of Ted Lasso yet, but have you watched that one, Lockie?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's about, of course, the Englishman going to be the coach of the American going to be the coach of an English soccer team.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Now Drinkwater, he's sort of standing in the sun, but the ball's on the shade and the kicking tee 8 metres in from touch. So he goes from the light to the shade. Not a problem for him with his left boot. Drinkwater converts his own try, and North Queensland get the jump on the Knights. Early stages here in Townsville. It's the Cowboys 6 leading Newcastle 0. Repeating earlier at the Footy Stadium, 13,000 in attendance for the West Tigers, beating Manly 26 points to 12. Earlier in the NRL W today, if you missed it, the Tigers beat the Dragons 16-12. The Roosters beat the Knights 30-14. And after our game, we've got the women's game between the Cowboys and the Bulldogs here in the NRL W. New South Wales Cup second half. Roosters 12 lead North Sydney 6. Queensland Cup, second half. PNG 38 leads South Slogan 10. And in the AFL, the Kangaroos have had a big win over Richmond, getting close to half-time. Swans and Cats tied up at 40 apiece. In the women's AFL, Hawthorn over Brisbane earlier today. St Kilda beat Adelaide, and Port and Freo have just got underway. Penalty goes to the Cowboys. Play 2, I think it was, off the restart on a hold down. So this will give the Cowboys a cheap trip downfield.
Definitely, it's definitely going their way at the moment, and Knights just have to, be a bit more disciplined with their last play finishes, and then now putting Cowboys in great field position to hopefully score again.
So, Lockie, obviously you're here to tell us of your knowledge of the game, but just for those that aren't aware, we'll let the listeners know what you're doing back in this part of the world in a moment. From the kick downfield, first carry taken forward by Cotter, so he looks okay. Plays it 40 metres out. To the right, Taumalolo through Dearden onto Bateman. Bateman cut down right edge, 31 from the Knights line. Robson back to left and centre field. Dearden pops it up for the straightener from JT towards JT's end. That's the Taumalolo JT. Running to the first and statue end, taken 19 metres out. Centre field, Robson to the left through Dearden to Clifford. Nane! He gets through one and then flicks a miracle ball behind his back, which goes forward. Cleaned up by Gagai anyway, but almost through the hole. So, Lockie, obviously started at Penrith, then a part of the premiership team here, and a pretty handy 5-year stint in England. What finds you back in Townsville?
We love the lifestyle of it. Very cruisy place to bring up a family, a young family. But yeah, just getting out and about amongst the community, and always got a lot of connections back here since playing with the Cowboys, so that's helped as well moving back here from England.
Yeah, good memories obviously of your time here. So great to have a man that's not only tasted success in the NRL but also 3 premierships at St Helens before ending his career. Lachlan Coote with you on ABC Sport here. 6-0 to the Cowboys. Knights have got the football. Solid run here from young McEwen, who tries to bounce off a tackler but is put down just beyond the 20. Played to Brayley, given to Young, who's coming in from his wing for some work. Dom Young is tackled. Centre field just short of the 30 at the northern end. Now to the right, Frizzell gives it on to Thompson. Runs into Clifford. McLean's there to help him out. And Cotter there as well, having overcome that earlier issue with his ribs. 10 inside Knights territory. Frizzell out the line. Nice offload. Saifidi pops it up. Line break. Cogger goes bursting downfield. Comes to the fullback. Pass infield was a bit too high for young Vitano, and he knocks it on within the shadows of the goalposts at the southern end. Great line break from Newcastle, but Cogger's pass, Lockie, was just a little high for the teenager on debut.
In a great position for the young fullback to be there supporting his half, who's made a break, but just the execution from his half let him down there. Would have been a nice little try under the sticks on debut.
Cowboys leading at 6-0. 8 minutes played. Laurie Spooner on the touchline.
Yeah, once again, they're a bit loose out wide. Their defence, poor defence by the Cowboys. Pretty warm down here, like you said, Q, not a lot of breeze, 25 degrees, but pretty warm, pretty still.
Yeah, and that shade almost covering the entire playing field. Now there's a Cowboy down. Yeah, I thought it was Vilea. He's on his back and now just rolling to his right. And it's his left leg that I think's an issue there. Having a look at the replay. Didn't look to be anything too bad in the tackle, and then he sort of put his
knee at the back of the calf there.
Yeah, he put his knee to the ground, Vilea, and then it was either awkwardly turned or they're having a look at his leg, but he's going to get up, albeit properly. I think he's going to be okay to continue. 9 minutes played in Townsville. North Queensland 6 lead Newcastle nil. Sunday footy on ABC Sport as Taumalolo now as action returns. He's taken 43 metres from the Knights line. Played to Robson, given to McLean. What's his future, Jordan McLean? Off contract, 33 years of age. He's been such a warrior. Has he got some footy beyond this year? We wait to see in the NRL. Out of dummy half, Robson has a snipe. No great game. Last play calls referee Jared Cole on debut. It's a left side play for the Cowboys. A little chip from Clifford. Oh, again, Vitano has a leap. Doesn't catch it. He's knocked it on, and he's having a real initiation with a few of those high balls. The 19-year-old at fullback, Lockie.
It's good from Jake that, putting him under pressure like that is exactly what you want from your halves, and the kicking game that they would have spoken about leading into this game. Put the young fella under pressure. Welcome to first grade.
Yeah, well, you know what it was like being put under pressure, but Laurie Spina, who used to do that, Loz, if you had a new winger or a fullback, you got the kicks and test them out straight away, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, QR. You know who's really early in grade or the first grade debut. Cleaning at him. Feel sorry for the young fella. Dropped his first couple.
Well, he's got to man up now because the Cowboys having another run at the Knights line. First play, well, the ball's come free from Bateman's carry. There was a strip in there. Penalty to the Cowboys. Well, they take the 2. It's 6-0 and they're on the roll. Tommy Dearden's looking in field. And, yeah, they're going to take the 2. And I think if you're a Knights fan, you're probably happy with that result.
Definitely. I think that's a good decision to make after just settles the team down a bit. With Nenai, the previous sets that they've had down here, throwing that flick pass that was unnecessary, just poor discipline. I think this just sets a foundation for them.
On the SMS, 0467 920 222. Slick Mick, he's halfway between Mariba and Dimbula. Loves the Sunday calls. Keep up the great work. Good on you, Slick Mick. He gives me a fist emoji too. I like those. ABC Sports keeping me company on a trip back from Wagga. Spent the weekend at the Tolland Hotel with my friends. Mickey Twat from G. McTaggart. Okay, that's my old stomping ground. G'day to the great Mickey McTaggart, if he's listening. Arthur Summons used to be the owner of the Tolland Hotel. I know we don't usually give references to those kinds of joints, but here's Drinkwater with the penalty goal attempt. Just to the right of the uprights, he kicks it through, and it's Cowboys 8, leading the Knights 0. Yeah, certainly David Barnhill Jr. was known to have a pub in Wagga. I think he's recently sold that. But the great Stumpy Summons, immortalised, of course, in the Premiership Trophy with Norm Provan, he used to be the owner of the Tolland Hotel as well. So there's a rugby league link to that particular watering hole in 2650. Meanwhile,
that's well over my head.
Yeah, 12 minutes played, and the Cowboys have just eased their way to an 8-0 lead. McLean with the run after the restart. A dozen from the goal line at the southern end. Now Tomalolo receives. In his 8th game of the season, Tomalolo, he played 23 games last year, 16 the year before. He always comes in for criticism for not being as fit at the back end of that long deal, but he's been such a servant for the club. Here's McLean, down the middle third, taken 15 from half play, played to Robson, given right did, and pops it up for Bateman. And Bateman's tackle just inside Cowboys territory. Quick play the ball. Robson, Dubby's right, goes left to Cotter. Just as well, he's cut down. Nice defensive read coming in there from Saifidi. Stops him, 35 out, last play. Did and chips in behind the line. Young Vitano flies and misses again. It's dribbled into the in-goal area. Young's going to clean it up for the Knights on the dead ball line, and he can't get back into the field of play. This is a horrible initiation for the new Newcastle fullback. Oh, 3 leaps, 3 missed chances to catch, Lachlan.
Yeah, the confidence will be down at the moment, I think, but he's just got to hang in there, obviously get some support around the boys, and then he'll be back. Got a challenge here from...
they're ruling on disruptor.
Okay.
We have a rule to knock on.
Grant Atkins is in the bunker, and that's the voice of, speaking of debuts, Jared Cole, the 31-year-old physiotherapist from the Gold Coast Hospital.
Kick clear to this point.
So Vitano leaps.
Jake Clifford makes early contact on the Knights player. This is a penalty. The challenge by Newcastle
escapes one there.
Bit lucky.
Bit lucky.
Yep. So the Knights do get that call. And Ruben Connor's just gesticulating to the referee, but yeah, very competent referee, well regarded in the Queensland Cup, Jared Cole, to the extent that he's officiated 2 of the past 3 grand finals in that competition as the Knights kick for and fine touch out on the eastern side. They're on their own 30. 13 minutes played in Townsville. North Queensland 8 lead Newcastle 0. Quentin Hull, Lachlan Coote and Laurie Spooner with you for Sunday footy on ABC Sport. After the Sea Eagles' woes continued, good win for the Tigers at the footy stadium. 26-12 the scoreline there. Left side shift for Bradman Best, who takes Newcastle into attacking territory. Taken 9 in from the eastern wing, 40 from the Cowboys line. Past infield through Cogger to Frizzell. Now Jacob Arthur to the right. Gives it on to young Vitano, who runs well on that carry. Stopped about 33 metres out centre field. Plays the ball to Brayley. Off to the right, given to Jacob Arthur. That's a forward pass to Kai Pearce-Paul. Picked up immediately. It was right in front of our eye line as well. Lachlan, that was a bad mistake from the Knights, who looked clunky at best to start this one.
Just as they got 6 again too, they've thrown a forward pass. They relieved the pressure off Cowboys, and the percentage at the moment in favour of 67% to Cowboys. It's always going to be interesting when that turns around for Cowboys, because that's what they've struggled with in the past.
Laurie Spooner down on the touchline.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the Cowboys' attack there. Just playing it around the ruck, quick play the balls, and Robson's making some quick yardage, and that's how they're doing it. Probably, I think the Knights are going a little bit wide too early and mucking up a few things.
So centre field scrum on their own 30, and the Cowboys have got possession. If you're sending us a text, make sure you send us your name, particularly if you're making the effort to send us a text from overseas. Penalty goes here to the Cowboys for a ruck infringement. There's a long-suffering Knights fan listening to us while on a morning bike ride in Berlin, in Germany. Thanks for tuning in on the ABC Listen app, 0467 920 222. And do you know a Sean Darrow? He texts, tell Cootie he'll always be a Hawkesbury lad.
Yeah.
One of your mates?
The boys.
Yeah. Kick downfield, Cowboys back in attacking position. 35 metres out, they lead 8-0. Shift to the left. Clifford gives to Drinkwater, dummies and straightens, and he almost gets through the tackle of Jacob Arthur. Plays on with a little pass infield, taken by Robson, who slips over and is tackled. 20 metres out, left edge, back to right and centre field. Tamalolo through the hands, Dearden, dummy and straightened, but tackled by McEwen. Dearden to play it, 15 out, slightly right. Robson picks up, back to the open left and centre field for Tamalolo. Takes 3 offloads back to Robson, give it to Bateman. And Bateman's cut down by the defensive McEwen, only 2 metres out. Robson passes left, McLean has a run at them. Brayley's there to make first contact. He gets some help from Thompson to bring down the ball carrier 2 metres out. Last play, Robson's grubber. It's the padding of the post. He had Tamalolo streaming into the in-goal area, but the ricochet was in the vicinity of Frizzell, and that's a major let-off for the Knights, who survive on the goal line. Lachlan Coote.
Jason Tamalolo will be filthy on that. That was a try, definite try, but hit the post. Good set from Cowboys.
What are the Knights got to do, Loss, to try and get into this game?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think they're going a little bit wide too early. Some quick play the ball, leaf out of the Cowboys book, and I think play the ball a little bit quicker, get the big men going forward earlier.
16 minutes played. North Queensland 8 lead Newcastle 0. Sunday footy on ABC Sport as Dom Young's up to the red stripe of the 40 in his own half. Plays it now, given to the right for Jacob Arthur's kick downfield at the end of the set. Easy catch, defensive left corner for Drinkwater on his own 10. 25-metre pass across field to Valame, who takes the ball up to the 20 and is stopped there. Starts the set about 21 from that southern end. Just looking around the stands, probably about a bit over half full here. Obviously, both seasons have been sputtering. Here's young Purdue, taken 15 from halfway. The Cowboys just 2 wins in their last 10. Last start lost to Parramatta in weird circumstances. Now there's a mistake in the play the ball here from for the Cowboys. This will give the Knights a chance. And Newcastle, well, they've lost their last 5. And real pressure on Adam O'Brien and also Todd Payton, the 2 coaches. They continue to be talked about.
Good position for the Knights here. Need to take advantage of this and build a bit of pressure, I think.
Centre field and 35 metres out. Lachlan, indeed, settling carry taken by Jacob Saifidi. 30 metres out as he plays the ball to Brayley. Given a right in centre field through Jacob Arthur to Coggo, then to Vitano. Looks a lot more comfortable running the ball than trying to catch it, the young man. Nice run on the right edge. Taken down 15 out. Played there to Pearce-Paul. Passes infield to Cogger. Given on to Frizzell. Fends away from Tamalolo. Goes again, does the veteran and he's taken by McLean and also Cotter. 12 metres out. Brayley shifts it left through the hands. Good defence on the right edge from the Cowboys. McEwen on that straight line. Nice pass from Jake Arthur, but McEwen didn't get through. Back to the right. Frizzell tackled by Cotter, but offloads to Jacob Arthur, who pops it up, and Jacob Saifidi knocks it on into the in-goal area. Play on, picked up by Nene. Runs back into the field of play audaciously. Puts an outside of the hand pass to Vilea, who's now tackled, and the referee wants to have a look to see if Jake Saifidi was tackled without the ball.
We're just checking if the ninth player is tackled before catching the ball.
Yeah, that was the concern, wasn't it, Lockie?
It was good good defence by our Cowboys there, they're shown. But
Reece Robson tackles Saifidi before he has possession of the ball. This is a professional foul. Based on the fact that he's still a few metres out and Jeremiah Nanai is there, we're ruling out penalty try. We have a decision.
So Grant Atkins ruling in favour of the Knights. And that's got to be bin, you'd think.
Penalty try, but...
Well, I thought it would have been, Laurie.
I think that's what he ruled, I thought.
No, he said he's ruling out a penalty try.
Ruling out. So, yeah, probably a bin after that, Q.
And indeed.
Yeah.
Jared Cole sending Reece Robson to the sin bin for that professional foul. To be honest, I think it was very lucky not to be a penalty try.
The try line wide open like that,
Exactly.
this will be interesting now with Cowboys get things going against them. Let's see how they respond.
Yeah, I think Knights fans might have a cause for, well, we got the penalty in the bin, but geez, Saifidi literally, the offence took place 3 metres under the black dot from the goal line. Here it is, Saifidi, tackled a metre out. Cowboys lead out nil. Jake Arthur to the right, giving it on to Pierce Paul. He can't get 3, flops it out the back. 6 more was the call anyway. Offside. And now the penalty goes to Newcastle. Slowly getting into this game, the Knights, after Scott Drinkwater scored the opening try on 4 minutes. Gagai takes the tap, passes one man infield to Thompson. Leo Thompson, the Bulldogs bound front rower is stopped. 5 metres to the right of the uprights, 5 metres out. Brayley to the left, gives it through Jake Arthur to Cogger. Men in motion to the edge. Vitano's pass cut down, knocked on though by Vilea on that defensive right edge for the Cowboys. Had he caught it, Lockie, he was away, but he knocked it on.
I was very lucky. Good to be in that position there.
Standing right behind it was a 2-man overlap then. Lucky got a touch to it.
Quentin Hart, Lachlan Coote and Laurie Spooner with you for Sunday Footy on ABC Sport on a warm afternoon in Townsville. Will it be about 25 degrees, Laurie?
Yeah, it is 25 degrees. We're pretty still down here, so yeah, it adds to the heat, pretty warm.
Scrum hit feet here for the Knights. On attack. 10 metres out left edge, past the centre field. Cogger through Jake Arthur to Gagai's right edge. Oh, lost out the back. Play on. Arthur picks it up. He got nailed after passing. Play on. Frizzell straightens and is tackled 10 metres out, and the referee's going to give that penalty for the late tackle on Jacob Arthur. Well, they have turned up, Laurie. They are awake on this sunny Sunday.
Yeah, it's a great round of football, the Indigenous round. Such a special occasion. One of the greatest of all, Arthur Beetson. Lucky to be coached him 4 years and special player.
Yeah, the last of the Indigenous round games. Knights take the tap and go. Saifidi on a rumbling roll is only 2 metres out. Played to Brayley, shifts it left again. Cogger with a little flat ball onto McEwen. Young McEwen is put down. Only 2 metres out. About 12 in from touch on the left-hand side. Cowboys lead 8-0. Brayley back to the right from Cogger onto Thompson. Beautiful offload to Saifidi. And now he drops it over the line. Oh, it's the same spot where he got offended. And he was under the dot and he dropped the ball. Who made the tackle, Lockie?
Great play by Drinkwater. I think it was coming across late there. I don't know how he's done that, but that's a great effort from him.
No one around him, so it seemed, and then,
Drinkwater is just affecting a tackle. Jacob Saifidi knocks the ball onto the field of play. We have a decision.
Great play by Drinkwater.
It's amazing how footy sort of has these. We circle back to the same spot, not too far away from where he Well, Robson tackled him without the ball. To see Robson in the bin, but Drinkwater with the try saver there. And it remains Cowboys 8, Knights 0 through 21 minutes in Townsville. Around the grounds in the New South Wales Cup second half. Roosters 18 lead the Bears 16. Queensland Cup second half. Hunters 40 lead South Slogan 14. The AFLW, St Kilda's beaten Adelaide. Fremantle lead Port 12-1 in the first quarter. And the men's AFL, big win for North over Richmond earlier today. Geelong leads Sydney by 9 points at half-time. 0467 920 222 is the number to get in touch. Plenty of messages about you, Lockie. We'll get to those in a moment. Carl Lawton's out there. He's taken down inside the 20. Pass infield to the helmeted Edwards. Ricochets off a tackle before being stopped just shy of the 30. Played there to Lawton, off right shoulder given to Clifford. Well inside the 40. Good kick downfield, and young Vitano catches that one. Well done, young man. Tracking back with the flight, the fullback on debut, then runs beyond the 20 and gets stopped. 25 from the line he's defending, 15 in from the western side. Pass through the hands to left and centre field. From Young on to Marzu. Gets to the 30. Bateman makes the tackle. Quick play the ball. Arthur there at dummy half picks up. No great game. And in these conditions, I can just sense it already. I think this is going to be a pretty open game of footy because it's hot and pretty oppressive out there. Knights are a couple of metres short of halfway on the carry there from Croker, who's out there. Right edge into attack goes Thompson. Stop 40 metres out. Played to Brayley. Given to Arthur. At the end of the set, Jacob Arthur puts up a bomb. Drinkwater leaps and catches well. Tackled immediately by Gagai. Cowboys will start their set on their own 20.
Drinkwater showing how the young fellow, the young fullback, how it's done. Getting up there under pressure, going really well. So set for set here at the moment, which we need. Jake Clifford in the previous set kicking early, which I thought was a nice decision to get out of their own end.
Peter from Kansas texted saying he saw a getting to know you rookie segment. Apparently you were making a Vegemite sandwich at home. Lockie, is that true?
In the rookie series.
Did you do a TV thing making a Vegemite sandwich?
Salad sandwich, I think it was.
Oh, right.
Vegemite.
Get on you, Peter. 0467 920 222. Cowboys still down a man with Robson in the bin for the next 5.5 minutes as the Cowboys kick downfield at the end of the set from Clifford. And, well, again, Nene's flying there. He's knocked that on. Hand over. And the Knights will get it 15 from their own line. Earlier today, West Tigers 26 defeated Manly Warringah 12. 16 minutes 40 seconds left in the first half. Sunday footy on ABC Sport. North Queensland leading 8 points to 0. The Knights haven't won in their last 5 starts. Only 6 wins for the season, Newcastle. So they're just close enough to that bottom of the table. They need to break that losing run to try and get away from the Titans, who are in spoon zone at the moment. Good run from McEwen up to halfway, and a fresh set for Newcastle. Ruck infringement from the Cowboys. So Croker takes them forward. Tackled 45 metres out. Newcastle to the right. Vitano runs into the tackle of Purdue. And Goods gets put down. Vitano to play at 15 in from the western side. 30 from the Cowboys line. Brayley stumbles out of dummy half trying to make a little scoop. Lost his footing. Got jumped on by Purdue. Brayley plays it to Gagai. Passes infield to Jacob Arthur. Runs out the line. Now passes left for Cogger. Second man best. Catch and give to Marzu. Left edge. 20 out. Marzu comes to Dearden. Dearden makes first contact. Offload there. Out the back to Best. But taken by Leah. He's only 5 metres out. Best played out in that left edge. Couple of sets of hand to centre field. Thompson's flick pass. He's pinched by Clifford. Clifford's on his own 10. Up to the 20, up to the 30. The little legs are run down by the Knights defence. But well read by Jake Clifford. He's jumped on by the tackle of Cogger. North Queensland survived that raid and are now running it upfield. There are 15 from halfway in the run from Purdue.
Good play from Clifford, getting in the way there and just relieve the pressure. Obviously, they're down to 12 men, so they need to get the possession and keep it there.
And now a one-on-one strip right on halfway. Braden Burns had it reefed from his hands, and referee Cole said, that's fair enough, play on. Great work from Croker, who's tackled only 40 metres out, so Newcastle get another crack. Going crossfield, Pierce Paul gets through the tackle of Clifford before Purdue puts him down. 12 in from the right, 23 metres from Newcastle's, from the North Queensland line. Back to centre field for side Saifidi crashes into the defensive line. He's put down 18 from the Cowboys line. Still 3 minutes of the Cowboys down a man with Robson in the bin. North Queensland leading 8-0. No way through on the next carry. Right side there for the Knights. It was Arthur who plays it to the left. Thompson gives it on there to Croker. Croker put down near the H-pole, 5 metres from the goal line at the southern end. Played there to Brayley. Passes left for Cogger. To the edge for Marju. Marju, he's got defenders in front of him. Takes the tackle. Oh, flips a pass infield which ricochets into the hands of Vilea. And the Knights have lost the ball again. Cowboys come up with possession on their own 10-metre line.
It seems as those Knights are trying to score nearly on every play, and they just need to hold that end pass and build some pressure there.
Hold down from the Knights, Loz. Penalty North Queensland on their own 20.
You can really tell these two teams aren't right at the top, are they?
You're so kind, Florrie. You're so kind.
Really, really poor errors. One got stolen one-on-one. A lot of mistakes. Cowboys have only got 12 men, and yeah, they're trying hard to bust them up at the Knights, but desperation work from the Cowboys. I tell you what, Clifford celebrating another extension to his contract. He's building he's got 2 and 1 on the way, so he's happy to be staying here in North Queensland.
Good on you, Loz. 8-0 the scoreline to North Queensland. G'day to Kate, Lachlan, Sterling and Fraser. They're setting up for the Gunnedah field days. A few Angus steak burgers around during the week. Go Cowboys. Thanks, guys. Take care. Cotter with the ball just beyond halfway, and the Cowboys co-captain taken down 41 metres from the Newcastle line on this warm Sunday afternoon. 8-0 to North Queensland. Clifford to the left, gives to Purdue, taken by Gagai. The veteran in his face to put him down. Purdue plays it 31 metres out. Played to Lawton, passes right in centre field from Dearden to Drinkwater. Chip in behind the line, Drinkwater. How's the bounce? It's knocked on. Knocked on by the flying Valame, and he was first to the ball for North Queensland, and in the end Vitano cleans up for the Knights. 12 and a half to the break. North Queensland 8, Newcastle 0.
Good play by Drinkwater there, I thought. Early kick. I think kicking in behind there, a lot of space. Take out their back 5 and put them under pressure.
Gagai out of dummy half. He draws and then passes to a flat-footed Young who's just trying to hold Purdue at arm's length. Clifford comes in to help make the tackle on Dom Young. Plays it just short of the 30 out on the right side. One man infield but no momentum on the carry for Thompson. Tackled 15 inside Newcastle's territory. Plays the ball there to Brayley, given to the left for the straightener from Croker. Matt Croker off the bench, been energetic early on, taken 8 inside his own half, last play for the Knights. It's a kick from Cogger, which is going to come down about 25 metres from the Cowboys line, taken defensive right edge by Drinkwater. No great problem for him there, and he is tackled. And Laurie, I'm sure you can see that he's about to burst back out there.
Yeah, he's going on the sideline, ready to go back out. They'll need him to.
So 13 on 13. Robson returns to the field, and the Cowboys did not concede during that period. They were down a man. So Robson, who tackled Saifidi, professional foul, spent that time in the bin. Purdue's got the ball. Cowboys on halfway as he's tackled. Plays it to Robson. He's immediately into the action and has a dummy half scoop. Gains about a dozen. Last play, 30 from the Knights line. It's a Cowboys chip from Clifford. Once again, Vitano get under that. Oh, he didn't get near it. It was a shallow kick. It bounces. And bounces favourably for the Knights, but it's been bashed out of the hands of Croker, picked up by Dearden, who scoots a dozen metres to potentially score. This will be an interesting one. Referee Jared Cole on debut.
0 tackle, no try. Just confirming contest with Braden first. That's clear. Just checking that the ball's knocked out by the Cowboys forward.
So potentially a knock on from North Queensland.
Chase on the left is onside.
Grant Atkins in the bunker. Oh, and again there was
Touched.
Yeah, 5 Knights around that and 2 Cowboys. And Burns tried to
just
tap
looking
it
to determine which direction the ball goes off Braden Burns here.
So he was basically the only one
the ball
leaping
is knocked
for
backwards by Braden Burns and playing onto this point.
Ooh. And then it bounces forward, so tapped backwards but bounced forwards into the hands of Matt Croker. And then what happens after that? Cotter knocks it out. Did he knock it
Ruben
on?
Cotter's just making a tackle here. He's not intending to play the ball.
Oh,
Interesting.
was he? What do you think?
Hard to say, but it does.
Well, that'll be a try because all that
Tom Deaton
happens...
takes clean possession.
Yep, and Deaton runs
Wow.
13 metres to score. So that'll be a try. And North Queensland will extend its lead on a messy bit of football. No
Ground's
problem
more
with the
clear, no
grounding.
decision.
So it'll be a Cowboys try. And North Queensland extends its lead. Cowboys 12, Knights 0.
They can put that down to great defence on their own goal line, being a man down, showing up for each other. The right side of Cowboys defence has led in a lot of tries throughout this year and been have struggled, but showing up for each other there, and then they go down the other end of the field with Robson returning and scoring a 4-pointer.
Lachlan Coog with yours truly, Quentin Hull, Laurie Spina on the touchline. Did they get the rub of the green there? The Cowboys lost.
Oh, I'm happy with that. I didn't really see him, go for the ball. So they play those a fair bit like that. The referee, so he's going for the tackle and hit the ball. Down it goes. Try. That's fair enough for me.
And not much of an angle for Drinkwater. He's already kicked 2 from 2 today. Slightly left, ball placed only 12 metres out. Kicking to the statue end. He raises the flags. Cowboys 14, Knights 0. And we've got 10 minutes to the break here in Townsville on Sunday Footy on ABC Sport. Around the grounds, New South Wales Cup second half. Tight one, Roosters 24, North Sydney 22. Queensland Cup second half. South Logan coming back against PNG. Hunters 40, lead the Magpies 32. AFL men half-time. Geelong leads Sydney by 9 points. Women's second quarter, Fremantle lead Port Adelaide by 5 points. And if you missed it earlier, there were 13,105 at the football stadium as the Tigers were too good for the Seagulls. 26 points to 12. Your messages continue to be welcome on 0467 920 222. Jeff from Canberra is actually asking a question about the crowd at the Battle of Brisbane last night. He couldn't get a ticket. It was 44,350. A few of the members didn't turn up. That's why it wasn't 52,000. Now Cotter's knocked on. What's second play off the kickoff, Lockie Coo?
Bit of karma there, I think. But yeah, I think Knights really need to take advantage of this. Their possession and their completion is way down, but it's not as if they haven't been given the opportunities. So they're in a really good position now. Hopefully they can capitalise and make this game interesting.
Yeah, well, the Knights need something.
In defence of the players, be a lot of sweat on them. Probably the Knights aren't used to this temperature for a long period.
Centre field scrum, 21 metres out. Raleigh shifts the ball left to Cogger, pops it up to Best, who runs into the tackle of Robson and Dearden. Radman Best to play it, 16 metres out, 15 in from touch on the left. Hard run line from McEwen, backs his way into the defence, takes the ball to ground, only 10 metres out for Newcastle, running to the southern end. To the right, given to Cogger. Man in motion, Jacob Arthur holds it, gives it, intercept. Watch out, Braden Burns has got 85 to go, 50 to go, 40 to go. He's got chasers coming across, 20 to go. They've given up. He's cogging down. And Braden Burns runs 85 to score for the Cowboys.
That'll get the crowd up.
Well, the chasers, I think they went through the gears for the first 30 or 40 metres and thought, no chance.
Gonna make it.
So Braden Burns, it was a bit like Huey Bowman on Winks at Randwick. He realised he had him done and just let the champion mare canter the last 100 metres or so. Braden Burns the try, and the Cowboys now lead at 18-0, Laurie Spina. That dart made along your western touchline.
Yeah, to his credit, since he's come into the side, they've sort of adjusted their defence a little bit better. He signed a new contract too, extension. I thought Dominic Young would have gained him a little bit more, but he's pretty quick and, yeah, important play for the Cowboys, that's for sure.
Oh, Braden Burns. Try 5 of the campaign. And, yep, just extending his time in North Queensland, as Laurie said, having been through the Bunnies and the Dogs. And now Scott Drinkwater has a chance to make it 20-0, Lockie Coote.
Yes, it was really good to see their defence effort there on their line. They've backed it up again, and good to see that they're all working as a unit there. Left edge, getting up, and Braden Burns obviously puts himself in a good position.
Here's Drinkwater, 12 in from touch on the left. 18 metres out, curls it left to right beautifully. Drinkwater a perfect 4 from 4. and it's North Queensland 20 leading Newcastle 0. Sunday footy on ABC Sport with Quentin Hull, 2015 Premiership winner with the Cowboys, Lachlan Coote, along with the inaugural Cowboys captain Laurie Spina with you. And yes, they just had a shot on the big screen of a Cowboys fan. Literally, I gave the Hugh Bowman winks analogy, and he was sort of whipping the air as if sort of ensuring that Braden
Backing him home.
Yeah,
Backing him home. Riding him home.
indeed, making sure that he got there. Restart is going to be taken by Edwards into the defensive line, and the Cowboys 15 metres from that southern end. So if you're the Knights leaders out there, Lachlan, I'll just get what would you be thinking of? I'll give you that question with notice as he's Cotter up to the 20 for the Cowboys. Now to the right, Dearden dummies and straightens but can't get through the defence. McEwen leads the tackling trio. That also includes Frizzell and also Cogger. Cowboys on their 30. Lawton runs into a high tackle. Penalty goes to North Queensland. So if you're the Knights out there, Lachlan Coote, what are you focusing on to try and stem the flow here?
I think just possession, obviously completing your sets, and like I said earlier in the piece, that they're looking to score nearly off every set play they have, instead of just building some pressure and maybe rolling one in the end goal and building a repeat set there. They're just relieving that pressure with trying to overplay their hand.
So the kick downfield means North Queensland start this set only 40 metres out. First carry from Cotter, taken midfield and 35 from the Knights line. 3 tries to 0, 20 points to 0 for North Queensland. Clifford left there, shift onto Nene. Nice first up contact made by Jake Arthur. He gets some help from Pierce Ball and Gagai to complete the tackle. Played to Robson, pass right in centre field for Clifford. Shows it, gives it, Dearden to the right. Passes to Bateman, nice defensive read from Best, comes in to jam him and makes the tackle. 25 out, 20 in from touch on the right. Robson back to left and centre, third for Edwards. The helmeted Harry Edwards taken down on the red stripe of the 20 at the attacking end for North Queensland. Robson shifts right after a dummy to the left, gives to Dearden onto Bateman. He holds a man at arm's length, Bateman, before some help comes for Best. Patano there to ensure that Bateman couldn't get through. Last play, Cowboys out in the right. Pass back to Dearden. A chip towards the H-pole, and it's the uprights and ricochets around. Taken by the Knights. Taken by the Knights. Luckily, Vitano was there off that clever kick. I think that would have been in the thoughts there of the kick of Dearden. Laurie, and hold on. Young's lost the ball, second play. North Queensland's got it back. Hold that thought, Laurie. North Queensland on the attack again. Purdue tackled 6 metres out. Robson shifts it right in centre field. Drinkwater to Dearden. Holds it, gives it. Pass to the edge for Valea. Has to run infield. He's running laterally across the 10. And now he's put down only 5 metres out. 10 to the right of the uprights. Plays the ball there to Robson. Passes left and centre field through Lawton to Clifford. Cut out to the edge. Oh, it bounced in front of Burns. Picks it up. There's 6 more. He bounces through Gagai before being stopped by Young. Only 3 metres out. The Knights under the pump here from the Cowboys, who already lead 20-0. A straightening run here from Edwards. He's going to be held up by a 3-man tackle. Only 3 metres from the goal line at the northern end. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Oh, Robson's passes to no one. Oh, that's a terrible mis-execution. And the Knights jump onto it. Dom Young says, thank you, I'll flop on that and save the day. What's doing there, Laurie Spina?
Yeah, first the Knights, Lachlan mentioned it, completing sets, and they lost the ball on the third tackle. They're the Cowboys. Sometimes you don't want it to hit the post, but then it hit the post once and then the crossbar. But the Cowboys, they're really putting the Knights under pressure, but they're not completing sets, the Knights, that's for sure.
Well, if you've got a text, send us your name, please. One that here says Newcastle is a basket case. I don't know whether that... Rob from Ipswich text, the Knights deserve the wooden spoon. This is bloody awful. The whole place needs blowing up. That's very harsh, Rob, but thank you for your thoughts. Oh, kick downfield has been knocked backwards by try scorer Burns. Luckily for he, had the fumble on the 20, has to go back to the 10 to clean up his mess. Now runs back into the defensive line and has put on his backside. And with all due respect, well, maybe the Cowboys are playing a bit better than third last, but the game does look like third last against second last at the moment, doesn't it, Lockie Coote?
it does at the moment. Just a couple of errors, handling errors. In Knight's defence, they did show up in those defensive sets on their goal line, and the young fullback there was in position. So good to see that he's defensively not only just focused on attack, but focused on defence as well.
2 minutes to the break. Cowboys lead 20-0. North Queensland with it through Bateman. Tackled 9 from halfway, and a little bit of ruck interference from Croker. Wavy fisty in another set. So the straightener taken by Lawton into Knight's territory. Tackled 45 out. Robson jumps out of dummy half. Pops it up to Edwards. Taken 35 from the goal line. Plays it to Robson. Left shoulder Clifford. Pass right. Outside in play did to Drinkwater. Nice defensive read from, I think it was Jones to stop him. Brodie Jones with a tackle. Cowboys 18 metres out. Dearden to the right. Gives it on to Vilea, whose studs fail him. He slips out there on the right edge and is tackled. 12 from the line. 10 in from touch on the right. Played to Bateman. Pass left and centre field. Dearden gives it on to Drinkwater. Grubber for the in-goal area. Gagai there calmly takes it on the goal line. Tries to get back into the field of play, but there's 4 Cowboys around him. And the post was in the way too. Gagai's held up in the in-goal area. Goal line dropout coming up. There's 70 seconds left in the first half.
Well done. Great kick there. Great early kick there. Knights need to take a leaf out of Cowboys' books there and building some pressure and staying down their end.
So, if you're Newcastle with a minute to go, do you dare go the short drop out trailing 20-0, or you just bang it to halfway and think, let's get to the sheds?
They definitely need to bang it down long.
Yep, it's the latter. 41 on the fly, and then the hop taken on halfway. Lawton runs it back and gets to the 30. So there's about 35 seconds left for Newcastle to try and hold out here. Cowboys looking for a 4th first half try. 20-0 the scoreline to the locals. Edwards tackled on a right edge run. He's thinking of an offload, can't get it away. Plays at 18 metres out. Robson passes to Clifford, gives it to Nane. Shift to the left. Oh, Drinkwater dropped it. Picked up by the Knights. Young's got it, tries to get past Burns. Does. Runs infield, gets tackled. Pops it up to a flat-footed Gagai who's wrestling and can't get away. And the timepiece is going to tick, tick, tick down. And that'll be half-time on this warm Sunday afternoon in Townsville. The first half dominated by North Queensland, despite playing 10 minutes of it a man down, with Reece Robson spending some time in the sin bin. Newcastle in real trouble here of dropping a 6th straight game. North Queensland 20 leads the Knights 0. Drinkwater, Dearden and Burns the try scorers. Drinkwater converting all 3 tries. He kicked a penalty goal as well. Lockie Coote tells you how it's happened in the first 40 minutes here on Sunday Footy on ABC Sport. Cowboys 20-0.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. Obviously, Knights putting themselves under pressure, which is unneeded. And like I said earlier, they've given themselves good opportunities to be in the possession, but just haven't executed. Trying to score nearly on every play, but it's good to see Cowboys showing up for each other in their defence, and that's definitely given them confidence to go on and be 20-0 up.
Laurie Spooner down on the touchline. A thought or two before you have a half-time drink.
Yeah, we've seen a touch of desperation for the Cowboys. We haven't seen a lot of it this year, but yeah, especially in defence, working for each other. I've impressed with Reece Robson. He's making that yardage around the ruck, and everyone's following, and yeah, Tom Dearden's organising around the ruck. And on the other side, yeah, they're just making a lot of errors. I'd like to see Brayley do exactly what Robson's doing. Quick play the board on making the yardage for the forwards, but just far too many errors, Hugh, from the Newcastle Knights side. Far too many.
Good on you, Laurie. Laurie Spooner on the touchline. Quentin Hull with 4-time premiership winner Lachlan Coote, once here in the NRL, 3 times in the Super League. Great to have him on board today. 0467 920 222 is the number for you to get in touch. Repeating earlier at the Footy Stadium, the West's Tigers too good for Manly Warringah. Tigers winning by 26 points to 12. In the NRLW today, the Tigers beat the Dragons 16-12. Roosters beat the Knights 30-14. And after this game, the women's game between the Cowboys and the Bulldogs games will be played. So it's a double header here today, men first and then the women. Start at 6:15 local time, Cowboys taking on the Bulldogs. A couple of full-time scores in the Cup competitions. New South Wales Cup, Roosters have beaten North Sydney. Roosters 28 to the Bears 24. And the Hunters have beaten South Slogan, PNG 52, beating South Slogan 32 in the Queensland Cup. AFL men, third term's underway at the SCG. Geelong leads Sydney by 15 points. Just started at Docklands. Western Bulldogs jumped out of the gate, leading West Coast by 19 points. AFLW earlier today. Hawthorn with a 4-point win over Brisbane. St Kilda with a 22-point win over Adelaide. And in the second quarter, Fremantle lead Port by 12. 20 points to nil. North Queensland over Newcastle. We'll be back at Townsville after the latest from the ABC Newsroom.
ABC News, I'm Eliza Getzi. A one-day general strike is set to go ahead in Israel later today to protest against the government's plan to take control of Gaza City. The families of hostages say a takeover could put the lives of the remaining hostages held by Hamas at risk. This man, attending a protest in Tel Aviv, says the strike is part of national demonstrations against the Netanyahu government plan.
Going to be civilian strike. Lots of private companies, lots of people are taking day off to participate in the strike tomorrow. We are all going to participate in all kinds of demonstrations all around the country.
Meanwhile, a severely emaciated young Palestinian woman has died in Italy, where she's been receiving hospital treatment. She was flown to Italy 2 days ago under an Italian government scheme to help Palestinians from Gaza with severe health problems from lack of food. A hospital in the city of Pisa says she died from a cardiac arrest while being treated for weight and muscle loss. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has cast doubt on prospects of a deal coming to fruition to end the war with Russia, saying its leader Vladimir Putin is complicating peace efforts. More from the BBC's Steve Rosenberg.
In Russia, pro-Kremlin media have been hailing the Alaska summit as a diplomatic victory for President Putin, suggesting that President Trump had been persuaded not to insist on a Russian ceasefire in Ukraine, but instead to focus on securing a peace agreement. And if a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine cannot be reached, Russia's leadership won't be too upset, wrote the pro-government news outlet Moskovsky Komsomolets, adding Putin has been banking on the Russian army and continues to do so.
Police are still searching for 2 suspects after a home invasion in Melbourne's east that's left a man with serious injuries. It's alleged 5 people broke into the home just before 4 o'clock this morning, where they demanded access to a couple's safe before stabbing a man 11 times. His wife suffered minor injuries. Their 2- and 3-year-old children were uninjured, while their grandparents, who were also present, suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The intruders allegedly stole a car before dumping it in Deer Park, where police arrested 3 males aged 16, 17 and 24. Detective Sergeant Leanne Trussler says it appears the attack was random.
I've never seen anything like this. This is awful. The house is secure. They're meant to be safe and they're woken up and they're treated like this. Shouldn't be disrespected in your home and having people come in at that time of night and doing that to your family. I don't know how I'd be if that was my family.
A group of people seen stranded on the rocks of a coastal bay north of Sydney have been found safe. Police were called to rocks south of Catherine Hill Bay Beach just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Police say 4 females were seen on the rocks, but the tide rose and it was unclear if they were swept away or if they managed to get to safety. After police inquiries, one of the 4 women contacted police and notified them that they were safe. Tasmanian independent crossbencher Peter George says an immediate pause the Liberal minority government has put on an expansion of fish farms is something he and fellow MP Craig Garland put to the Premier in a compromise 5-point plan last week. The government has today announced an independent review into the salmon industry by an expert outside Tasmania to examine the industry's long-term sustainability and environmental efficacy. Mr. George says while the devil will be in the detail, he didn't say if this would sway his support behind the Liberals when Parliament resumes on Tuesday.
But it is only a win in the sense that it is actually a proper compromise in which nobody should lose anything, but we actually get this industry under control. However, it does require a great leap of faith that Liberals will institute a proper inquiry.
Mr George says he's had no response to the 5-point plan, also put to Labor leader Dean Winter. To sport now, and in rugby league, Brisbane Broncos superstar Payne Haas has defected from Australia, pledging his allegiance to Samoa. Kira Jones has more.
Haas was born in Newcastle but is of Samoan, Swiss and Filipino descent. The 25-year-old Broncos and New South Wales origin prop has represented Australia in 4 tests. His defection to the Pacific nation is a major blow for the Kangaroos ahead of next year's Rugby League World Cup, hosted by Australia and Papua New Guinea. Haas says he wants to honour his family's heritage.
I'm grateful I was able to put on the green and gold jersey. I think the time is right now to represent my family.
He's set to make his debut for Samoa at the Pacific Championships.
ABC News.
On the ABC Listen app, stream a wide range of free audiobooks, like from Leanne Moriarty, James Patterson, Tim Winton, and Kate Morton. No catch, just press play. Find free audiobooks on the ABC Listen app.
The summer of cricket has arrived early.
Lots it straight down the ground for 6. He's on the pull shot. Boy, did he get that!
White ball cricket takes centre stage in the top end as Australia take on South Africa.
Down for leg before, finger goes up!
And it's on now on the ABC Listen.
Down the pitch, there we go! Bang!
Every ball live. Just click on the cricket button.
The 2025 NRL Premiership. It's Indigenous round.
McLean receives, runs at Thompson. Thompson makes the tackle of the opposite prop. Now on the last, Robson runs it to the right for Did. Men in motion. Drinkwater gives it on the edge. Through the hands of Vilea, and he links up out on the edge, and the Cowboys go in for the opening try. Drinkwater there to dot it down. It bounces, and bounces favourably for the Knights, but it's been bashed out of the hands of Croker, picked up by Dearden, who scoots a dozen metres to potentially score. This will be an interesting one. Referee Jared Cole on debut. So it'll be a Cowboys try. Jacob Arthur holds it, gives an intercept. Watch out. Braden Burns has got 85 to go, 50 to go, 40 to go. He's got chasers coming across, 20 to go. They've given up. He's cocking down. And Braden Burns runs 85 to score for the Cowboys.
ABC Sport. Indigenous round. Recognising the contributions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples to the game of rugby league.
Well, it's been a tough season for supporters of the Knights and the Cowboys, but a bit of joy for those here in Townsville. North Queensland lead Newcastle 20 points to 0 at half-time. Welcome back, Quentin Hull, along with 2015 Premiership winner Lachlan Coote up in the box. Laurie Spina down on the touchline. The Cowboys, despite losing Reece Robson for 10 minutes in the sin bin in that first half, scoring 3 unanswered tries, 20-0 to the Cowboys, who have only won 2 of their last 10 starts. They come here as the round began with on 14th place on the ladder, but obviously with the results of the weekend, they sort of slip a couple of cogs down. It was 15th versus 16th as the day began in that regard, and the Knights, well, they've only got one more win than the Titans with 6 wins for the season and 3 games to go. That spoon might not be just headed to Rabina just yet, unless Newcastle can do something today and in their remaining 3 games. Drinkwater, Dearden and Burns, the try scorers for the Cowboys. Drinkwater converting all 3. Kicked a penalty goal as well. North Queensland 20, Newcastle 0. Earlier it was the Wests Tigers 26 over Manly 12 at the Sydney Football Stadium, and repeating those NRLW scores of earlier today. Tigers 16 beat the Dragons 12. Roosters 30 beat the Knights 14, and the game between the Cowboys and Bulldogs will be played here after the conclusion of the men's game. Your thoughts are welcome on 0467 920 222. That's 0467 920 222. too. And obviously there was a discussion earlier today, but hearing again that news, if you missed it, Zane Bojak almost got it out of him last night. But Payne Haas confirming today that he will now no longer play for the Kangaroos. What do you reckon, Lachlan Cooch?
Interesting. It has been a hot topic with players going in and out of their nationalities and picking and choosing. But I guess, you know, you got to play where the heart is, and if that's where he's chosen, then I guess you got to stick by it.
Well, here's a hot one for you on debut. Do you think that if the NRL players end up pledging their allegiance to the second-tier nations, that they should be allowed to play state of origin?
Yeah, good question. Good question. And I think
I've been pretty firm on this. I think part of why State of Origin was created back in 1980 was because the fans were sick of not believing the jumpers that they saw players playing in those other state games. And, you know, as much as times have changed, I must admit, it just doesn't sit right with me seeing players going around in sky blue and maroon jerseys in the middle of the year, yet not being eligible to play for Australia, particularly with the way that times have changed.
Yeah.
You know, and there is we love the great way that the Pacific Nations heritage is added to the NRL and also International Rugby League, but surely the time is coming for the bullet to be bitten and just to realise that you've got to move with the times.
Got to move with the times.
It's not a matter of saying, okay, you can be New South Wales and Samoa or Queensland and Tonga. I don't know. What do you think, Lockie?
Well, I think with the game expanding, getting bigger, getting popular, you're going to see those Pacific players that are going to expand and go to their nationalities, which is great because we're going to see better competition in the international game. But yeah, being able to, you know, they should be able to. Where does it stand? Where they, you know, with the New South Wales and the Queensland?
And part of it was because there wasn't enough international football for the second tier and Pacific nations. Now that seems to be changing. So that's a part of the question that the game has got. You can't have your cake and eat it too. There are so many opportunities to play Test football.
Yes, correct.
And hopefully there's some smartness when it comes to the remuneration for the players as well, where usually there was the great gulf of the cheque for Origin compared to the cheque for playing for your country. Well, they fixed that, and we're sort of getting closer to resolving, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I think so. And that's the international game growing, so you're going to probably see some more, you know, wages rising in that game. So
if you've got a thought, 0467 920 222. It has been a big topic of discussion and comes more into frame with that news around Payne Haas today. 20 points to nil here for North Queensland over Newcastle. The more immediate concern for the Knights is that they've got to get into this game and try and snap this 5-game losing streak because, as mentioned, they're only one win ahead of the Titans, and with games against Brisbane, Cronulla and Parramatta to come, who knows? It might not be the spoon going to Robina if the Knights can't get things going here. Second half is underway. Newcastle kick-off. Lawton's got the football. Carries up to the 20 with the stadium in shade now. Still a warm afternoon. And the Cowboys running to the southern end. Second carry down the middle third taken by Edwards. Plays the ball short of the 30. Given one man to the left for Cotter. Ruben Cotter, who sort of had his ribs rattled literally in the opening exchanges. He's okay. 15 from halfway as he stopped. Plays the ball. Blindside left. Clifford, no way through. Plays the ball. 5 inside Cowboys territory. Robson jumps out of dummy half. Has a little run to get inside Newcastle's half. Stopped about 44 metres from the Knights line. Last play of the opening set of the second half. It's a Drinkwater bomb from 45 out. It is tracked and caught by young Vitano, the teenage fullback on debut. He's had a bit of a tough time of it, but he had to track hard there to his right, and he caught that one. And now Young on play 2, tackled short of the 10. Laurie Spina's getting back in position on the touchline, having heard the whispers from the rooms. Laurie, what have you got for us?
Yeah, Adam O'Brien, he spoke about completion, but he also spoke a little bit what I mentioned earlier. He thought, boys, instead of trying to go around them, how about we try and go through them with quick play the balls up the guts? That's what he spoke about. And on the other side, the Cowboys were really impressed with the desperation. Mentoring Drinkwater's save from Safidi there, and he's really happy with the kicking game and all-round play.
End of the set. Kick downfield from Cogger. He was only at 15 inside his own half. They didn't make much ground, and the kick return from the Cowboys means they'll start their set 8 from halfway. Now, I've opened a can of worms, as I thought I would on that representative debate. I'll get to that, and we'll speak about them in the post-game as well. Keep your thoughts coming through, 0467920222. But, the text line has lit up with that discussion, Lockie. And it shows you. It should. The fans are really concerned about, just the rules regarding eligibility for representative football. Edwards has put on his back. North Queensland on the attack, 41 metres from the Knights line. Early stages, second half, 20-0 to the locals. Drinkwater to the left, gives it on to Purdue. He's tracked and tackled by Pierce, Paul and Gagai out on that defensive right edge for the Knights. Nane at dummy half. Passes infield to Clifford. Gives it on to Cotter. And Cotter is taken down. 27 metres out. Last play, says referee Cole. It's a left side shift for Clifford. Now a chip in behind the line. Young leaps, knocks it on. Regathers it. It bounced back to him. I would have thought that was a knock-on. Referee says play on. Young goes across the field. Gives the pass to Best, who has tried to be absolutely nailed by Valame. Ricocheted off him like a Dodgem car at the Ekka. And in the end, Knights are going to punch it up to the 20.
Yeah, they got out of one there, I think. It's been a good start. I think they're listening to O'Brien's advice and punching it through, completing sets. Cowboys have been gifted with good field position as well.
Rayleigh at dummy half. Many motion to the right. Dummy and straight from Jacob Arthur, who can't get through. Taken 12 inside his own half. Played to Brayley. Given on to Thompson. Thompson up to halfway. Called Jacob Arthur quite a bit, obviously starting 5'8". I don't think Matthew's been out there yet. Has he, Loz? Here's Brodie Jones tackle.
No, not yet.
Not yet. 40 metres out. Played to Brayley. Given to the right. Here he is, young Jake, with his right boot. A high kick at the end of the set. Defensive left side. Left out and caught pretty comfortably by Burns. Good chase, though, from the Knights. They push him back. And Newcastle ensure that Burns is only 3 metres in from the goal line at that northern end to start this set. Pierce Paul with a good tackle at dummy half. No way through there for Drinkwater. There's still only 5 from the line he's defending. Now Purdue receives. He's a smooth mover, Jackson Purdue. Steps off his right, tackled a dozen from his own line. Drinkwater now, left side of the ruck. That's a good game of what's been a pretty ineffective set so far. Up to the 30 almost. Plays it to Robson. Give it to Nane. A bit of space on the left edge. He's eventually going to be dragged down 2 metres shy of halfway. We'll play the ball at the end of the set. Clifford with a high kick from halfway. Young has gone behind him. He's let it bounce, and it goes over the touchline right next to the corner post.
I think Newcastle there have missed a really good opportunity to put Cowboys under the pump. I think their first 3 tackles they were inside their 20, and then their last 2 they've let them out up towards the 50-metre line, and now they're back coming off their own try lines.
Rest assured I'm marking all these text messages. We'll get back to them in the post-game show. Tigers 26, Seagulls 12 earlier on today. Here, Cowboys 20, Knights 0. Early stages, second half Sunday footy on ABC Sport. Brayley out of dummy half, giving the Knights a bit of energy. Pops the pass to the New South Wales underage representative Vitano. Taken 10 from halfway, the young fullback on debut. Now Thompson rolls forward, gain of 8. Put down quickly by Robson, gets to his feet, plays the ball. Brayley runs out of dummy half. Gives the pass to Jones. Jones has put down left edge, 41 metres from the Cowboys line. Last play called for the Knights. Blindside given to Cogger. Puts up a bomb, which is shallow. Will come down 20 metres out. Drinkwater does well. Attacks it, catches it. Best wraps him up. And Drinkwater will start this set playing the ball 20 metres from the line he's defending down to Laurie Spina on the touchline.
Yeah, the crowd and probably the North Queensland supporters would probably say, gee, where's this year gone? At places in the game, they look like they're really world beaters, the Cowboys, and they fall apart. Everyone's hoping they stick to it tonight.
Cowboys 15 inside their own half. Purdue plays the ball. Now Lawton runs down the middle third. Give him 7 or 8 on the gain. 5 inside his own half as he plays the ball to Robson. Given to Edwards to the left. Clifford through the hands. Drinkwater. Catch and give. Purdue over the 40 to the 30. Weaves past the fullback. He is a smooth mover, this boy. And Jackson Purdue scores for North Queensland. And it's 24-0 to the Cowboys. And the Knights are being cut to shreds in the Sunday heat in the north.
you're spot on there. I think it's the Sunday heat in the north. It seems like Knights are out on their feet, and we're only 7 minutes into the second half. But you could see that unfolding from set to set that they're going. The Newcastle Knights there just don't have much energy to give, and Purdue straight through.
Oh, I love his cadence when he starts running, Laurie Spooner. Young Jackson Purdue, he looks good when you watch him run.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Drinkwater and Clifford out wide, but he's got this acceleration cue. When he swerves, he really can pick up pace. I tell you what, give this kid 10 kilos, he'll play for Queensland, that's for sure.
It's easy speed, Lockie. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gliding, it's something I never had, but he looks really smooth on the ground.
And referee Cole is just having a chat to Dane Gagai here.
I've already made my decision.
He thought it was an obstruction. Now, we're getting a replay. So it's Nene running that line, and
again,
it's similar to the end of the game at Parramatta last week. Jacob Arthur makes a play at Nene to try and draw the penalty for the obstruction. Yet, of course, the Cowboys were denied that try last week at Parramatta, but no call given here today. Drinkwater from straight in front. He's 5 from 5, and it's 26-0 to North Queensland, 8 minutes into the second half. Lachlan Coote, what do you reckon on that call?
Oh, Cowboys definitely got away with one there. You think Nano would learn from last week to run inside shoulder of the half, but they've definitely got away with one there. I think Gagai was right in arguing that.
Laurie, what do you think?
Everyone's confused, isn't it? Like, that rule was different last week. Lachlan's right. The inside shoulder is different to the outside. Yeah, a little bit confusing.
Probably a little bit different because Drinkwater caught it outside Nano this time. I think he caught it inside Nano
and maybe
last week.
The distance away too, maybe Lachlan.
Yeah, of course, that one last week was, 5 metres from Parramatta's goal line. That line break was about 30 metres out. So, referee Jared Cole on debut. He's made the call, and now North Queensland lead 26-0. Dearden second play off the restart. He's taken just short of the 30. This is getting ugly for the Knights. Centre field, Lawton, or uglier, should I say. It's been ugly from the outset. Lawton tackled. 12 inside his own half. Played to Robson. Give it to Edwards. Shift to the left. Clifford onto Nene. Nice tackle, though, from Jones in company with Jacob Arthur. Put him down on halfway, 20 in from the left. Blind side. Robson gives to Clifford. Steps in field. Jacob Arthur there to make the tackle. Clifford to play at 15 in from the left and 35 out for the Knights line. End of the set. Dearden puts up a kick. It'll come down 10 metres out. It's caught by Vitano, the young fullback. He's immediately tackled by Cotter, and the Knights will start this set 8 metres from their own line. Quentin Hull along with Lachlan Coote, the one-time NRL Premiership winner, 3-time Super League Premiership winner. Great to have him on board on ABC Sport with Laurie Spooner on the touchline. 0467 920 222 to get in touch. Vitano runs up to the 20. He stopped there, plays it to Arthur, to Brayley. It was Arthur. And then give it on to Marju up to the 30. Played to Brayley. Off right shoulder, pops it up for Croker. And Croker is going to be put down 12 inside Newcastle territory. Hand up for 5 as well. So again, not a great gain on the set for the Knights. Booted downfield by Jacob Arthur. Good gain on the kick. Caught about 20 from the North Queensland line by Drinkwater. Runs over the red stripe. Now runs laterally to link up with Valamay on the right edge. He fends away from Best once. Best comes again to make the tackle. And the Cowboys start this set on their own 30.
Yeah, Cowboys have been showing some good short side plays here. Tommy Dearden looking really sharp down that right side edge, and then Jake Clifford as well. They're really exploiting, making some easy meters down the short side.
Half hour to go. North Queensland lead 26-0. McKaylee's out there and gets beyond halfway for the Cowboys. Quick play the ball to Robson. Bounces right, then looks left. Pops the pass to Edwards. Gains meters down the middle 30s. Held up in a 3-man tackle and eventually goes to turf. 31 metres from the Newcastle line. Robson looks left. Directs it there to Clifford at the line. Second man Drinkwater holds it, gives it. Oh, jamming tackle from Young. I don't know whether Purdue even got the ball. This ball's gone over the touchline. There's a divot where Young drove Purdue into the deck.
What are you challenging?
And
is it play the ball at the moment?
They're thinking of
tackle without the ball.
Yeah, they're thinking.
Yeah.
Let's tune in.
Joey, tackle 4. Cowboys are challenging the decision of tackle without the ball.
So let's go up to Grant Atkins in the bunker.
Thought he got his fingertips to it, but
Jackson Purdue touches the ball. He's able to be tackled at this
that's
point.
fair. Of course, that's fair play.
Yep.
There's no illegal or high contact by Dominic Young. The challenge by the Cowboys is unsuccessful.
And that's just what the Knights need. As much as it's an unpopular decision, Laurie Spinner on the touchline, I think it's a right one.
Yeah, of course. In a position like that, the defender can't. It's different if it missed him completely, but his hands touched it. So, yeah, right call from the referee.
And it just, I know that there's a few notes made around it. Sort of, it's tough for, the Sunday 4 p.m. game, that marquee free-to-air game. I know Friday night and Thursday night footy's big, but, we've got North Queensland, Newcastle this week at 4 o'clock. Next week at 4 o'clock, it's the West Tigers versus North Queensland. The week after that at 4 o'clock, it's the Dolphins versus the Gold Coast. And after that, it's Parramatta versus Newcastle. So we've got this really sort of lower end of the table fixtures in that Sunday Arvo 4 p.m. time slot in the run into the finals.
Yeah, I think they planned it way back there. They planned it way back here.
Yeah, which, there's pluses and minuses of the floating fixture, but we know the NRL's had it, the AFL has got it now, but it hasn't worked out well in that regard with this time slot regularly. Well, they're trying to make them sort of games of consequence. Cogger kicks downfield at the end of the set. It's of consequence, but I think you know the context I'm talking of here. Burns takes the catch. He's taken 12 from his own line. 28 minutes left in the game. 26-0 to North Queensland.
James, straight up, Tyson.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, everyone really wants to watch the main game, and you've got a really poor game.
And it's part of what Thursday night football sort of has brought. I mean, unbelievable sitting at home on the couch and watching the pictures while listening to Spriggy call Penrith and Melbourne on Thursday night, but the stands were half empty there as well. So that's a part of the problems of the bigger world. Knights have got a problem here because Dearden's only 45 out, bombing at the end of the set. That's pretty deep from Dearden. He's kicked it into the in-goal area, too deep. Caught on the full by Vitano. Out to the 20 for a 7 tackle set. Takes the tap. Gives it on to Marju. Greg Marju almost steps through a tackle. Stopped on the 30. Plays the ball there to Cogger. Blindside, there's only one man Best. So there's two Cowboys defenders that can commit to Bradman Best. And they do. They make the tackle. Vine Lear and also Dearden. Now infield to Vitano. 19-year-old from Gosford on debut. Gets beyond halfway. He's had a tough day under the high ball, but that's a good carry. Played to Brayley. Given on to Croker dummying, but three defenders around him, and Matt Croker will play it for the Knights, 38 metres out from the Cowboys line. Couple of plays left in the set. To the left, McEwen gives it through the hands. Best to the edge for Marju. Has to stop and prop and come in field. Nice shifting defence. Marju was taken. 15 in from touch on the left, 22 metres out. Couple of plays left still for Newcastle. Through Cogger. On to McEwen. Got an offload away to Brayley. Second phase here. Cogger to the left. Now that was Frizzell with the offload. Here's McEwen. He's taken down only 10 metres out. Last play. Brayley passes right. Jacob Arthur will kick a high ball to the right wing for Young, who leaps and catches and scores for Newcastle. The Knights have finally got one. Dominic Young has scored for the Knights.
It's a good set from Newcastle Knights all the way up the field. Obviously getting seven tackles. Disappointing kick from Tommy Dearden there. And they've definitely capitalised on that.
Nice take from Dom Young. So that's now 4 tries for Newcastle, add to the 6 he scored for the Roosters, and that's 10 for the season for Dominic Young. 26 points to 4. Kick to come, Laurie Spinner on the touchline.
Yeah, we spoke about completing sets. They did, and beautiful kick place right just before the try line in Young. He jumps up there, great take, twists around. Good try, Newcastle. It's a start.
It's going to be a tough conversion attempt. Young Vitano is going to do the kicking. Okay, well...
Will that captain's challenge come back to bite the Cowboys later on?
Yeah, Young was just seeing the replay. Pretty easy catch, one-on-one. Young just over the top there of Burns. So I know the Gagai's been deputising. Cogger's done a little bit of kicking. Let's see how the young man goes. Connor Vitano. 5 in from touch on the right, 23 metres out, right foot strike, he's missed it near side. No goal, Newcastle can't add to that try. It's North Queensland 26 leading the Knights 4. 25 minutes to go around the grounds in the AFL men's. Geelong now with a 26-point lead over the Swans at three-quarter time of the SCG. Cats leading by 26 points. First quarter, Western Bulldogs 41 to West Coast's 7. And then the AFL women's, Fremantle 27 lead Port Adelaide 16. That's in the third quarter. Well, that's something, Lockie, for the Knights to work from.
Will this give them a bit of confidence? Might change the momentum. We could see this shift in the next 5 minutes or so.
Time enough if good enough. Modern day football, 24, 25 minutes left in the game at 26 to 4. There's heaps of time left in the game. Knights play 2 off the restart. They'll get a piggyback downfield. Mark a Knott square from North Queensland. Even the crowd seems like they've gone for a Sunday snooze, Loz.
Yeah, a little bit quiet. I don't know what Loxham's thoughts of it, but when Kalen Ponga used to play for the Knights, everything sort of revolved around him, and they haven't had him a lot this year. Maybe it was a bad thing, but just when he played, everything used to revolve around him.
Joy's a loyal listener as well, and she's saying she's loving getting the Cowboys on the free-to-air TV because there's not a lot of Cowboys games on free-to-air TV. Good point. Jacob Arthur to the left edge. McEwen taken in the tackle of Dearden and also Nene. McEwen plays it 35 out, back through Saifiti on to Matthew Arthur. He's out there now. Plays the ball here 31 metres out centre field. Brayley passes right to his brother Jake Arthur into the defence. Robson there to make the tackle along with Cotter. Newcastle on the attack looking for back-to-back tries. Brayley to the left side. Feedy pops it up to Cant. Yeah, Thomas Cant's there as well. Is Matt Arthur out there, or did I call the wrong guy?
No, I think you called Cant.
Oh, I called the wrong guy. My apologies. Okay, here's Jacob Arthur bombing at the end of the set from 15 metres out to Young's corner. Can't catch that one. Burns learnt from before. He defuses the bomb, and the Cowboys have got it 5 from their own line. 23 minutes left in the game. North Queensland 26 lead Newcastle 4. McKaylee with the ball for the Cowboys. And that runs just beyond the 10-metre line at the statue end of the ground. Played there to Robson, given on to Drinkwater. Steps off his left, gets past Gagai, but can't get past Frizzell, who makes the tackle. Midway goal line and halfway. To the middle third for Jason Tamalolo. The veteran forward, game 283 of this distinguished career. He's still got another 2 seasons of that 10-year contract to fulfil. He plays at 5th in his own side of halfway. End of the set, Clifford with a long, deep kick. Pretty much straight to Young. Only need to shuffle his feet to catch that. 15 from his own line. Kick return gets him to within about 17 or 18 metres of halfway, Lockie.
This is good for Knights. They're building pressure here and they're completing. And they're in good field position to start.
Left side shift for Best, who stepped his way around Valame before the cover gets him on halfway. And just as well, Vilea was there. Now a rumble right side of the ruck, gains 10 near the Indigenous round logo from McEwen. Pass to right and centre field. Cogger onto a step there from Cant. Thomas Cant is held up though by McKaylee and tackled 31 metres out. Back to the right, off forward pass there, it looked like, from Jacob Arthur to the right end, play on. And then a ball passed off the ground. Refs let that go too. Cogger passes left edge. Best receives on the 20, up to the 10, then drops the ball under the 2-man tackle of Vilea and Dearden.
And that's what's let them down the whole game and probably whole year, really. The errors that they made there. Had a really good opportunity to put them under pressure again, turn the momentum around.
Pete in the ACT says, I don't think we should be too precious about who plays at 4 p.m. Sundays. Recent weeks have shown many bottom-of-the-table matches have been great contests, and they certainly are of consequence for coaches and players. Good point. Thanks, Peter, from Downer in the ACT, 0467 920 222. Yeah, this one's a bit of a dud at the moment. Mind you, we've got 21 minutes for the Knights to change that.
The crowd figures 16,640.
Geez, that's got to be one of the lowest for the year, hasn't it?
Yeah, probably. 16,640.
Thank you. McKaylee, loose offload, knock on from Cotter there. Did the ref pick it up? No. Cotter's taken just beyond the 30. That was probably another rub of the green there for the Cowboys. Robson out of dummy half. Forward pass to Clifford. Boy, oh boy. It's a tough debut for you, Lachlan Coote, when you've got a game like this.
So many
and you're trying to stay positive, but you can, as they say, you can only play the cards you're given.
That's it.
Yeah, neither side through the year aren't able to build pressure, and yeah, that's a big problem for both of them.
Hey, Loz, you got a thought on the representative thing?
Yeah, I know it sort of keeps the international game really exciting, but I'm a little bit like you, Q. I believe what you're saying.
Yeah, have we evolved enough as a game to just realise now that the Pacific nations are so strong that they have their own glory in representative jumpers, which doesn't require a state of origin portion of it. Anyway, here's a straightening run from Cant. Again, the Knights have got the ball.
Is young Matthew Arthur going on now?
Yep, there he is. His hair's not too dissimilar to Thomas Cant. That's my excuse for getting him mucked up a moment ago. Ball played out on the right by Pierce Paul. Knights 20 metres out. Cowboys lead 26-4. Frizzell and a rumble down the middle third, but Cotter and Robson and McKaylee are there to stop him. 20 minutes to go. Knights score here. We might get a decent finish. Coggers pass to McEwen. Great tackle around the thighs from Dearden. Last play, dummy half. It's Matt Arthur trying to bore his way through, but he can't. Held up on the goal line. Cowboys survive. Handover.
Great D by Cowboys there.
Oh, Tom Dearden again.
Tommy Dearden. Not a bad set from Newcastle Knights, though. They actually pressured them there and put them under pressure, and the Cowboys keep showing up.
There's a hint, Lachlan, that they're getting back into the game. Just a hint at 26-4, 19 minutes to go. Cowboys with the ball. Trying to win their just 8th game of the season. 7 wins, and that draw that they played here against Penrith seems like an eon ago. Cowboys with it short of the 30. Burns, we didn't play that ball very well, but let go. Cotter down the middle third. Taken about 11 inside Cowboys territory by the tackle of Saifidi. Played there to the right through the hands of Clifford to Dearden. Gives it on. And away goes Bateman. He's fended away from Best. But Best comes from behind and completes the tackle. And Bateman's lost the ball in the tackle.
She had 2 men outside of him there.
Didn't give it. Good chase from Best. 18 minutes, 15 seconds to go. North Queensland 26. Lead Newcastle 4.
Tommy Dearden there screaming up on the inside there after a great ball, short ball. Nice little pass from Bateman would have been Tommy under the sticks, I reckon.
So the Knights have got a scrum feed here. 20 in from touch on the western side, 22 metres from that southern end goal area. Little over 16,000 fans in to see it as Marziu receives the first play, and he's tackled on the Knights 30. Greg Marziu, he's signed through till next year, so he'll be at the Knights in 2026 come what may. Pierce Paul fends off a tackler or two, and the rangy edge forward from England has taken 15 inside his own half, plays the ball there to Matt Arthur, given off left shoulder onto McEwen. I'm impressed with this young man, former Origin under-19 rep. His 13th game, McEwen. He's fronted up today, plays it 5 from halfway, right side ship, Frizzell, quick hands, out to the edge, Gagai, passing give, Young's over halfway, to the 40, the 30, beats an ankle tap, passes infield, Vitano knocks on the blast pass. It was behind him, it wasn't perfect, and watch out, it's picked up by Purdue, and he's in goal area, runs 20, links with Drinkwater, Drinkwater puts on the gas, runs around Jacob Arthur, he's got McEwen coming, and the tackle's made, pass comes infield,
play on,
picked up on the bounce, but Clifford is tackled. Only 15 metres out. The Cowboys have got it. Purdue, he's looking to kick it to the right. He doesn't. He's jumped on 12 metres out. If the Cowboys score next, that'll end any Newcastle hopes. Tomalolo passes right. Dearden receives, pops it on to Cotter. Cotter flops it out to back. No one there. Jumped on by Gagai. And the Knights have got it, and Gagai's cramping, I think, 5 from his own line, or programmably taking an extra moment or two to get his teammates onside.
What about the effort from Frizzell?
What a tackle.
Chasing down Drinkwater.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Was it Frizzell or McEwen? Did I get them mixed up?
I thought it was number 13, I thought.
Okay.
Not too sure, sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
You might be right.
Haven't got a replay yet. And Gagai's getting that leg stretched out. Here is Frizzell running down the middle third. Pops it out the back. Bouncing ball now. Pass to the left by Cogger onto Best, who's tackled. Knights are still on their 30. There's 16 minutes to go in this it's been a sloppy contest. There's no way to pretty it up. Here's McEwen tackled. 10 inside his own half. Plays the ball to Matt Arthur. Given on to Cogger inside the 40. Kick downfield. Never really threatens the western touchline. Well taken by Van Leer, who runs back at them. Good run from Viljami Van Leer, and he's going to be tackled a couple of metres inside North Queensland territory, right near the Indigenous round logo on the western side. Dearden's past the centre field's a floater, which was knocked on by Drinkwater. Crowd was going up because the ricochet was taken by Burns, who got into the backfield, but Drinkwater put out a hand to that floating pass and knocked it on.
You could see Drinkwater calling that earlier from Tommy Dearden in the middle of the field, but just unnecessary, I thought. Just needed to settle down from the set for ball and just complete this game to bed.
And Paul in Wollongong, one of our loyal texters, points out, if these teams play like this in Vegas in 26, that will be the last time in the USA. Yeah, the next game they play will be at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
And it's very rightly so to say that.
And to think that these two teams played in an elimination final here last year they played. The Knights have lost the ball. What happened there? Dom Young, was it?
Clifford, one-on-one.
Oh, it was the strip, was it?
Yeah, strip.
McLean's got it, and he rolls down the middle third, 35 metres from the Knights line. 14 minutes to go in this one. North Queensland 26, Newcastle 4. Dearden's jammed on by McEwen. Good tackle. He's put down Dearden, 22 metres out, slightly right. Played to Robson. Passes left in centre field. Tamalolo gives it to McKaylee. Thomas McKaylee cut down, 13 metres out. Nice tackle. Matt Arthur around his ankles. Played to Robson. Give it to Drinkwater at the line. Left side shift Clifford. He's brought down. Nice one-on-one tackle made there by Jacob Arthur. Now Drinkwater grubbers for the in goal. Nene's on the end of it. And Nene scores for North Queensland.
Good vision there from Drinkwater, identifying the young fullback in the line on last play. Puts a nice little grubber through. And as always, Nene chasing.
Yep. Jeremiah Nene with his 8th try of the season, and that'll dash any faint Newcastle hopes, waiting for it to be ratified. It's 30 points to 4, kick to come. Just a simple little dribbler. And Jeremiah Nene, 8 tries now in the season for him.
Fair to say that North Queensland should close this out.
Close it out from here. Yeah, so the Knights, they've got Brisbane at home, Cronulla at Shark Park, and Para at Western Sydney Stadium. The Titans have got the Warriors at home. They've got the Dolphins in Brisbane, and they've got the West's Tigers. So I think the spoon's still on. I think the spoon's still on for those, to be decided. I.e., the Knights are going to go away from here only one win ahead of the Titans. I think the Titans have got a couple of more potentially winnable ones. Knights have got Brisbane and Cronulla their next two. Ooh. Drinkwater will try and convert. Just to the left of the uprights. Strikes it, kicks it. North Queensland 32, Newcastle 4, 12 minutes to go. Laurie Spinner on the touchline.
Yeah, Jake Clifford played a big part on there. He stole the ball one-on-one. He's had a fair game. But Drinkwater, he's involved in everything, the attack. What I like today is he's been desperate, last line of defence. That's what he's got to do more of, Scott Drinkwater, his desperation in defence. He saved a try there, but in attack, beautiful little kick. I disagree. Americans will love it. It's entertaining football. Beautiful.
But it's a short kick-off here from the Knights. It's kicked out in the full by about 2 metres by Bertano, trying to short play down the eastern side. Amazing to think that 12 months ago, Laurie, you and I were here for that elimination final for these two teams.
Yeah, and remember that pass, Kalen Ponga's pass down the sideline. They could have won it, but yeah, exciting. Yeah, a bit of a fall from grace, isn't it, Q?
Indeed, it is. So Cowboys have got the ball again off that mistake from the restart. Burns. 6 more is the call from referee Jared Cole, who returns to his job as the chief physiotherapist at the Gold Coast Hospital tomorrow. Great story for a man who's officiated 2 of the last 3 Queensland Cup Grand Finals on debut today with the whistle. Tamalolo to the right for Dearden. Gives it on to Labert, who's out there. Stepping through, tackles Zach Labert, but now tackled 23 metres out. Plays the ball quickly to Robson, given to McLean. The veteran crashes to deck under the tackle of Matt Arthur, 11 out. Quick play the ball, Robson to the left. Cowboys on the run, ball. Nene outside in, play to McKaylee, who dropped it. He was in for all money, but he dropped it.
Quality football. Cowboys showing there. A few quick play the balls on the run. McLean, quick play the ball. The last pass.
Come on.
He probably would have scored, wouldn't he?
He was under.
And thank you for all of your messages about the representation debate. We'll get to a few of them in the post-game. I almost feel like I need to be doing test cricket and we've got a rain delay because we've got an absolute plethora of excellent texts coming in. Thank you. Thank you. We can't really get to them during play here. Probably of my own undoing by speaking about that at half-time. But yes, they are registered, and no doubt over the next few weeks we will continue to have that discussion, but we've got to get through 10 minutes of footy here. 32 points to 4. North Queensland over Newcastle Knights have got the ball. Thompson at the line. Pop pass on to Cant. He's held up, Thomas Cant. 18 inside his own half. Plays it there to Matt Arthur. Jumps out a dummy half. Gets rocked in the tackle of Tamalolo. Oh,
smothered.
They felt it. He's okay, young Matt Arthur. Now to the left. It's given to Saifidi, who was flat-footed. Gets an offload away to Cogger, though. Cogger's a little scoot over halfway. Labert there with Dearden to make the tackle. Last play, says referee Cole. Newcastle 45 metres out. There's 9.5 to go. End of the set. Jacob Arthur from halfway with a high kick downfield. Drinkwater perches himself underneath it. Catches comfortably on the 10. He'll run it back at the Knights' defence and takes the tackle on his own 20. So I gave you the last 3 games for Newcastle. The Cowboys have got the West Tigers at Leichhardt. They host the Broncos here, and then, well, they don't play in the last round. Yeah, they've only got 2 left, the Cowboys. So McLean rolls down the middle third. How are those boys going cutting the cane, Loz? Any updates?
No, I'm just waiting for a text now. I hope they haven't gone home just yet.
If you missed us earlier on, Laurie was up. What was it, 3:30 this morning?
Yeah, we didn't start then, but we had to organise the tractor and everything. But yeah, up at 3:30.
Dedication to the cause. Good on you, mate.
Harvesting cane.
I knew you wouldn't miss the game. Tamalolo with an offload. It bounces on the 40 on the attack, cleaned it up by Dearden. 1-2 outside in. Bateman back to Dearden, up to the 20, draws the fullback, puts Drinkwater in. 36-4. That was pretty. That was pretty. Well, may the Cowboys fans celebrate. It's been a lean year for them. But a couple of their playmaking stars, Dearden and Drinkwater combining. And Scott Drinkwater's got a double for the day.
Good to see Jason Tamalolo there back into his second stint in the second half. He's been really effective here. You can see he gets a nice offload that creates that opportunity for Tommy Dearden. Tom Bateman, Tommy Dearden, back to Drinkwater. Drinkwater under the post. Great finish.
And Scott Drinkwater now with 11 tries for the season. And this is getting ugly up by the moment for the Novocastrians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries to 1. 6 tries to 1. And I didn't pick up one of the Knights. The Cowboys has just been put on report as well. Pick that up and give that information to you. Drinkwater has not missed with his boot today. Shouldn't miss from here, by the way. He's 6 from 6. This conversion attempt for his own try. 5 metres to the right of the uprights and 11 metres out. He's got the left thigh heavily strapped. Kicks with his left boot, raises the flags for 7 from 7.
Been good with the left boot. Got to be a man of the match performance or what?
Oh, well, see now, Lachlan, I did inform you of the duties that you have. You've got to give the 3, 2 and 1 for the player of the year.
Yeah.
So
he's got to be up there, Drinkwater. He's had a great game.
See, the thing you've got to realise, Laurie might sneakily sort of just give you a suggestion or two, but it's up to your prerogative.
Yeah, I know. Tom Dearden and Drinky have played really well.
Fire away, Laurie.
Lachlan's right. Jason Taumalolo, he's got that offload in his game now and beautiful pass back. And Tom Dearden and Drinkwater have got a really good combination. But it's a 614 points against that really let them down this year.
Yeah, and another short restart tried by the Knights. Young sort of tapped it down. And I think, who's going to get the scrum feed here? There's no clean possession.
I think it might be Newcastle.
Yeah,
Newcastle. So there was a knock-on from the Cowboys. I'm just trying to... Jackson Purdue with the knock-on. Just scrolling through the play-by-play to see who was put on report. Can't give you that information. Patano's got it left edge off the scrum win. And he's tackled 38 metres from the goal line, 6.5 to go. Cowboys lead 38 points to 4. It's Sunday footy on ABC Sport. We have been blessed with some really tight games with some lowly teams, but not really today. The Tigers were too good for a lacklustre Manly, 26 to 12, and the Cowboys dominating here. Cogger's pass to the left edge was at the boot of Best, so he socketed it because he couldn't pick it up, and then he almost flicked it in field, but Laybutt's there to pick it up, and that left edge shift comes up to 0 for Newcastle.
Give him room!
Now here's Valea. Valame, 15 from his own line. Taumalolo rumbles. How would you what score out of 10 would you give Taumalolo's season to this point, Laurie? That being said, he's only played this is his 8th game.
9th, I think. Is it?
8th or 9th in the season.
When he's on the field, he's pretty strong. He hadn't played earlier on, but he's just coming into form now. Not enough football for him.
Sorry, Dearden tries a 40-20, and it's perilously close. Patano saves it, chucks it in, says to Maggio, you clean up my work. He's into the in-goal area, bounces away from a tackle of Valame and just gets into the field of play before being tackled.
Great kick from Tommy Dearden. Those early kicks have been really effective for them this game.
Quentin Hull, Lachlan Coote and Laurie Spooner with you. Sunday footy on ABC Sport. 5 minutes to go. 38 points to 4 for North Queensland. And the Knights now through Saifidi. He plays the ball 15 from his own line, past to centre field. Jake Arthur with a kick, and an aggressive kick to the wing. It's caught by Gagai. He's 15 from halfway. Weaves in field, Gagai. Pushes away from Nene, but Purdue's there to take him. That was an interesting play. Little change up. Gagai to his feet and plays it 5 from halfway. Pass in field to Young for the Knights. Dom Young, who's had a very interesting season with that move from the Roosters back to Newcastle. He's tackled 43 out. Played to Matt Arthur. Given to the left for Cogger. 41 out. He kicks high at the end of the set. And it's mishandled by Valame. Knocked it on.
Opportunity here for the Knights to finish strong. But their execution's been very poor. Very, very poor. Let them down.
Yeah, Lachlan's saying about Tom Dearden's kicking game, Hugh. When he first came to the Cowboys, virtually he didn't have one, but I think the great Jonathan Thurston, helped him along, and he's got a beautiful kicking game now.
One of the most complete playmakers in the game now, Tom Dearden, Wally Lewis medalist. He helped change the Origin series this year. Knights have got the scrum feet, 15 metres out, they're on the attack. Trailing by 38 points to 4. Out to the right edge, Pierce Paul on a rumble. Taken 16 shy. Past to left and centre field for Cant. A straightener there for Thomas Cant. 3 defenders around him. He's held up 9 metres from the goal line. Is there late consolation for Newcastle? To the left. Jacob Arthur, a dummy and straightened and tackled. Tackled by McLean, a metre out. Played to Matt Arthur, passes left. Cogger gives it on to Best. Dearden's there to tackle him. He got some help, but once again, it's ricocheted around and stays alive. Matt Arthur's picked it up. Newcastle ball.
Taumalolo's bagged him.
First Cowboys, and then they knocked it on. Really scrum to the Knights.
Scrum to the Knights, so they'll get another go with 3 minutes left.
Once again, it's good to see Cowboys showing up for each other there in the defence. obviously looked like Best was in net for all money there, but they kept turning up.
Yeah, desperation. We haven't seen a lot of.
Haven't seen it. Yeah.
Scrum feet 10 metres from the North Queensland line. That'll please Todd Payton today. So he'll be the one that will be breathing a little easier, and Adam O'Brien will feel a little heavier walking out of the coach's box just to our right, Lockie. Now Cogger receives first pass off that scrum win. Has a run at the line, but has three defenders in front of him. Jack Cogger's taken 5 metres from the North Queensland line. 2 minutes 40 to go. Knights looking for a second try. Can't. Has a go. Put down. 10 to the left of the uprights and 2 metres out. He'll play the ball here for Newcastle to Matt Arthur. Passes right. Oh, ball goes to Deck. Leo Thompson's knocked it on. Yeah.
O'Brien.
Lachlan Coote, you've done an excellent job today, by the way. It hasn't been an easy game for you to debut in the experts chair, but great to have you on board, and you've done a really good job to keep the bubble rolling along and what's been a rather lacklustre contest.
I appreciate that, mate. It's been good, good experience coming on here in the ABC grandstand, and hopefully been a decent voice for those listeners out there.
Indeed.
Well done, mate.
And you've got the post game to get through as well. You've got a thought 0467 920 222. Jonesy the night text, listening to the footy around a 2-day-old bonfire. A couple of cold ones to soften the blow after this performance. Yep, Knights fans. Oh, here's a right side play from Burns. He's tackled on a bit of a line break. Tackled on the 30. 90 seconds left in the game. 38 points to 4 for North Queensland. It'll be just their 8th win of the season. Labour within 10 of halfway plays the ball. Now given to McLean centre field. Left side shift. Pops it up to Clifford, who's tackled and lost it. Oh, dear.
Not another drop.
Another high tackle. Hang on. High tackle. And a shout out to the referee, Jared Cole, who has a full-time job as a physiotherapist at the Gold Coast Hospital, but here he is.
Knights are challenging onto the ruling of
officiating in the big time.
Did he do Queensland Cup
Yeah, he's done
finals?
two of the last 3 grand finals, Laurie.
Oh, he's done a fair job.
It's a tough gig.
Jake Arthur's just making conventional tackle. There's no high contact here.
I think they were just, if you've got them, you might as well
Just
play
looking to see
them.
what happens with the ball after this.
Tim asks whether or not the crowd's been semaphored. Yep, 16,640. Thank you, Tim.
Jake Clifford then knocks the ball on. The challenge by Newcastle Knights is successful. We're restarting the game with a scrum.
Grant Atkins in the bunker. Oh, so you go all the way back to Thursday night, Lachlan. You think of, the biggest storylines of the week. I'm going the Penrith the winning streak broken and the controversy around it. I'm going the rise of the Roosters. I'm going the Broncos looking good, even in the absence of their playmakers.
The Walsh performance, what a game.
Walsh performance,
Oh,
yeah.
that was the best I'd seen Reece Walsh play last night. Really good.
Good to see the consistency. Hopefully he can keep it going.
Minute to go in the game. Newcastle has the football. Jermaine McEwen, who's done his bit today, taken 45 metres out. Is there a late try here? Thompson to the right. Nice pass from Jake Arthur to the right edge for Young. Runs at the line. Grubbers down the eastern touchline. Got taken out, did he? No. Jumped on by the Cowboys. There was a knock on from North Queensland in that anyway. I wonder whether Dom Young got taken out there. Nat Stearns doesn't want to give Gagai the footy.
On to wind down the clock.
35. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought that the last 10 minutes has dragged on.
It has. And I think Knights are fighting for their fallen against, so they don't go any closer to the wooden spoon.
Yeah, so they're 1 win ahead of the Titans, and just repeating, the Knights have got Brisbane, Cronulla and Parramatta. Brisbane at home, Cronulla away, Parramatta away. And what did I say? That the Titans have got the Warriors at home, then the Dolphins in Brisbane, and they finish with the Tigers. That'll be interesting. Young Vitano's got it. He's had a tough day on debut, Connor Vitano. The Knights fullback tackled 11 metres out centre field. There's 20 seconds left in the game. Cogger grubbers for the in-goal area. It ricochets off Dearden's legs. Back in the Knights' hands, Matt Arthur picks it up. Chucked it to his brother. Jake chucks it to the right for Piers Paul. He's tackled, arm free, kept alive. Pops up the pass. Flat-footed Saifidi drops it. And that sums up Newcastle's day and somewhat Newcastle's season. And the Cowboys fans can applaud. It's been a tough season in the north. But North Queensland has won just its 8th game of the season, and it's been a comprehensive scoreline. Cowboys 38, Knights 4, all done for round 24. 3 tries in each half for North Queensland. It finishes 6 tries to 1. Drinkwater scored twice. Dearden, Burns, Purdue and Nane scoring as well. Drinkwater converting all 6 tries. He kicked a penalty goal as well. And the Knights' only points coming through a try to Dominic Young 15 minutes into the second half. 20-0 at half-time. It got out to 26-0. Then 26-4 before the Cowboys scored the last 2 tries in the game. North Queensland 38, Newcastle 4. Stick around, Laurie Spina's on the hunt for the interviews. We'll get Lachlan Coote's wrap up as well, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on 0467 920 222. Well, Lockie, what's at the top of your mind after that one?
Yeah, well, the fans will be happy that they showed up for that one and, be proud of their players from the Cowboys, but yeah, very disappointing stop-start, disappointing performance from the Newcastle Knights, and the talk's been about them all year with their execution through their attack, and it just showed tonight they haven't got any better at that. But in saying that, Cowboys defended their attack, what they had thrown at them. So it was good to see Cowboys turn around and make those efforts. Drinkwater highlight, I would say, of the night.
Let's get down to Laurie Spina, who's got Jake Clifford with him.
Jake, pretty complete performance tonight. What's been the difference today with a few of the games this year?
We got a fair few troops back today. We've had a fair few injuries the past 2 months, pretty much the whole year. So to get a few boys back with some experience, and I thought that first 40 minutes we really played the game how we wanted to and kind of set us up for that second half. It got a bit sloppy there, as I said, in the second half, but I'm just glad we got through a little patch there without a player and come out with the win.
I thought your defence and especially your desperation. Drinky saved a try. It seemed really on today.
Yeah, definitely. We've spoken about what we can play for the back end of the year, and it's those little efforts that are going to set us up to win games, and there's plenty of them today.
Signed a new contract. You got 2 kids and 1 on the way. Pretty happy to be settled here in Townsville.
Yeah, definitely. This has been home for a very long time now. I've followed the Cowboys since I was a little boy, so to stick around another year, I'm hoping I can extend on that and come November or whenever that opportunity comes. But yeah, I love my time in Townsville.
Tell us a little bit about your halves partner, Tom Dearden, what he's done this year. Has been tremendous, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's such a competitor, and he leads the boys by example, and I feel like we're starting to string a good combination now, me, Drinky, and Tommy now, and hopefully we can build on that at the back end of the year and, start off next year really well.
Western Broncos to go. Still a bit of heart left, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a lot to play for these last 2 games. We want to do it only not for us, but for our fans. We've got a good crowd today. Everyone travels near and far just to come watch us play, so we're going to put a lot of effort in the last 2 games.
Appreciate your time on ABC Sport.
Thanks, Laurie.
Jay Clifford down with Laurie Spina. We'll stay close, Laurie. 38 points to 4, the final scoreline for the Cowboys over the night. 16,640 in to see it. After earlier, there were 13,000 fans at the Sydney Football Stadium to see the Wests Tigers defeat Manly Warringah by 26 points to 12. So we'll go through that ladder and get a few more of your texts. 0467 920 222. Now, among things that are really interesting here, we've got both Spinas scurrying to the southern end. Ash, his daughter, who's working for Triple M's on them, doing the post-game interviews, and have you sorted that out between who's Ash got and who have you got, Laurie? Ash has got Johnny Bateman. You've got Jordan McLean.
Jordan, yeah, plenty of heart and soul in today, especially in defence, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely. It helped defend it a bit better. We, they had a lot of chances on our line, and we backed it up. So, yeah, definitely something to be happy about today. You win, a few beers.
Jason Jason Tamaloli didn't play a lot of games this year. He's pretty important to the team, isn't he?
Just look, Jace doesn't have to do too much out in the field to have put confidence in the team. It's always, a pleasure to play alongside him and have him beside you. And the calibre that he is, it's obviously his better days have been passing, but he still offers a lot to the group. Very calm head on his shoulders, and he still takes the ball up really good, and we can play off the back of him.
Yeah, I thought the Newcastle forwards would have made some yardage, but gee, you did well to stop them all.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it helped to have some boys back out there, a bit of experience. It's obviously been a tough period, so to get a W at home here in front of the crowd, which is very important to us. And obviously the season's past us now, but it doesn't mean we can't keep fighting for our fans.
A lot of people have asked, what's Jordan doing next year? Is he going fishing, or is it football again? Can you tell us, or what?
Well, mate, you're the man in up Lucinda there, so if you give me some marks, I might come up that way and hit a few fish up there.
Thanks for your time on ABC Sport.
Cheers, Laurie.
Good on you, Laurie. Down with Jordan McLean. See if he's going to get another season. They've got a problem in the big men department in the regard that McLean and Tomalolo have been champion players for the club, but they are getting to the back end of their careers. They've lost a few in their recruiting the last couple of years as well. They need a few big guys, don't they? Hold on, Laurie. Who have you got, Laurie?
Braden Braylon.
Go for it.
Braden. Jaden, sorry. Yeah, probably defensively and probably errors at vital times. Probably been guilty all year, haven't he?
Yeah, discipline in that first half was nowhere near good enough. I think we bombed about 4 tries. Didn't make the most of that Reece Robson Symbian, and then we just let the ruck get too quick and let them get away. They're a good footy side. They probably haven't had the best of years, but they're very talented 1 to 13, and they've got plenty of strike power. So it's not good enough from us.
I know your coach spoke about you're going too wide early. You tried to go up the middle more in the first half. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got a lot of go forward to the middle there, and then we probably went to our edges. Obviously, that Braden Burns, we went to the edge. They got into 700 metres, and we probably should have stuck there to the middle where the fatigue was. But yeah, it's disappointing.
You got a plan for playing against the Cowboys in Vegas? Sure, I know you got a couple of games to go, but that's something to look forward to, isn't it?
I won't be.
Oh, you won't be. Thanks for talking to ABC Sport.
All good, thanks, mate.
Well done, Loz. Get your foot out of that big pile in the middle of the crowd.
You won't be there.
No, exactly.
Oh, where's he going? He's going down.
I have to double check.
Yeah. Trying to get one more cow.
Yeah. Well, we've got better hurry up because I'll clear the field in a minute. The NRL W game's going to come up shortly.
He's on the run, Laurie.
North Queensland are playing Canterbury Bankstown. Tommy Dearden's hanging around there.
Tommy, a big good one.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Just having a chat to one of the trainers. Righto. He's off to the Raiders, by the way. Jaden Brayley. Loz.
Good move.
Yep.
Tom, that was a pretty complete performance today.
Yeah, it was. We spoke about during the week just wanting to show up. It's Indigenous round, and we know that our supporters and fans, they travel a long way to come and watch us, and I thought it was really important that we competed hard and put in a good performance for them.
I thought desperation in defence was a really big thing today, Tom.
Yeah, it was. I thought the way we defended when we went down to 12 men was the most impressive thing, and we found energy and found desperation to stop tries, and it's probably something we've been missing all year, but we found it tonight, and that was the most pleasing thing.
Your combination with Drinky is growing all the time. You make some beautiful moves out there.
Yeah, well, Drinky's electric, and he just wanted to be in the game tonight, and I thought the way he turned up with his support play, and he really pulled him apart, and I thought the way that me, Cliffo and Drinky and also Robbo worked really well together tonight.
Still an important game against the West Tigers next week.
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing. We just want to finish off the season really strong and go down to Leichhardt next week and hopefully put in a good win.
Thanks for your time on ABC Sport.
Cheers, Laurie.
Great work, Laurie. Head on up and we'll have a chat through things here. Cowboys 38 Knights 4, and Lachlan Coote, a few more thoughts, and on debut you have the honour of giving the votes as well for the 3, 2 and 1 for the player of the year. Just a few more thoughts as to the winning and the losing of the game.
Yeah, it was just obviously, like I've touched on before, disappointing from the Knights, and obviously Laurie interviewing
Jaden Brayley,
sorry, there. He's very disappointed and pointed out the fact that, their execution and attack has been very disappointing. So, and it was on show here tonight, which considering the conditions that we're in, they should have really executed their plays.
And as a Cowboys observer, what do you take out of that? I mean, there'll be continued discussion about the club going forward, but as we set it up, rightly or wrongly, there was always going to be the narrative. The winning coach today is going to have a bit of pressure relieved, and the losing coach is going to have more pressure heaped on him. So it's Adam O'Brien who's under the pump, and Todd Payton who breathes a little easier tonight.
Yeah, and just like as Tommy Dearden said there, like good for them to show up for the fans. Obviously, they travel far and wide up here with the Cowboys, so giving them confidence that that they can show up to the games and they're going to perform. And it was character-like for them to be showing up for each other like that, especially Drinkwater making that play under the sticks there, knocking the ball out and saving those tries. Like we haven't seen that from the Cowboys all year, and it's obviously too late in the season to be doing that, but it shows respect to the supporters. Sorry.
Indeed. So 8.5 wins, or 8 wins in the draw for the Cowboys, and just 2 games to go. So it's the West Tigers at Leichhardt next week, and then their last game of the season is the Broncos here. That could be anything. Either the Broncos come here full of energy, headed for the finals, or the Cowboys want to try and disrupt Big Brother from down south. That's who knows what's going to happen in round 26 in that game.
It's going to be good for me either way, because it's the 2015 10-year reunion.
Oh, right.
So,
what have you got plans?
I think there's a lunch on the Friday. With a few fans and stuff like that, and then we're leading into the game. I think we're in a box somewhere with the team, and obviously some staff and stuff as well. So that'll be a good game either way. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see with Broncos hitting the form that they've hit this weekend. It'll be interesting to see where they go.
A 10-year premiership reunion, of course. Lachlan Coote, part of that. One and only premiership team in this part of the world. Now, how are you going with your votes? You feeling the heat, or are you feeling confident?
Feeling okay, feeling confident.
Okay.
And did you want me to lead it off? Or?
Yeah, okay. Generally,
you go.
So, I mean, you can sort of be one of those that starts with the 1 and then builds up to the best player, or you just go straight out of the gate. No, this guy's the best player. We generally leave that up to interpretation, and you don't have to. Some days you might want to go from 3-2-1 or go 1-2-3. It's up to you.
Well, I might go with 1-2-3.
Okay, you're going to go.
I was going to go straight off the bat with the number 3.
Build up to it.
You've talked me out of it.
Yeah, build up to it.
Yeah. So number 1, I was split between Jake Clifford and Jason Taumalolo. Great performance from Jace, setting the platform for the middles, and had to go forward for allowing the backs to play off the back of that. But I'm going to go with Jake Clifford for
gets
number 1.
The 1 vote. Yep.
Just really good performance from him, and good foundations between. They set good foundations with their kicking game. So number 2, I'm going to go Tommy Dearden, the man. I thought he played a really experienced game, and I guess from the experiences that he's had through Origin this year, he's really performed really well, and I think that showed there tonight in early kicking game, going to the line, running game. He had his passing game was on, so he was a real threat all around the game. And then with my 3, I'm going to go hard to go past Drinkwater.
Look, so here we go, and indeed, the fullback decides to give which position the best on ground in his first game.
Ground. Had to be the fullback.
Good on you, Lockie.
He had a really good performance, and like I said earlier, the effort that he showed. Not only he's been known for his attack, but the effort that he showed in D tonight was an incredible effort.
3 to Drinkwater, 2 to Dearden, and 1 to Clifford. That's the way that on debut Lachlan Coote saw the 3-2 and 1 for the ABC Player of the Year. North Queensland 38 over Newcastle 4. Earlier today, the West Tigers defeated Manly Warringah 26 points to 12. I'll give you the wrap from the footy stadium in a moment, but the all-important premiership standings with 3 weeks to go, and the ladder finally we get to this point of the year and it's a bit easier to read. Sharks fans, of course, they have the advantage of still having 2 free premiership points to be given their way because they're the only team in the top portion of the ladder that still has a bye in hand. So at the top of the table, it's the Raiders with 40 premiership points, 17 wins and just the 4 losses. Melbourne second, 16 wins and 5 losses. The Doggies third, 36 points, 15 and 6. The Warriors still just inside the top 4 with 13 wins and 8 losses. So they've got the Panthers and the Broncos breathing down their neck, and also Cronulla, it must be said. But as it stands, with the advantage of, the Sharks not having that cheap 2 points yet. Penrith 12 wins and a draw for 5th. Brisbane 12 wins for 6th. And then the Sharks with 13 wins in 7th. So, you add that by 2 points. The Sharks have got 13 wins, and comparison to the Warriors points differential, Warriors are plus 12, the Sharks are plus 67. So there's the sort of the ambiguity of the ladder there. The Sharks are much closer to the top 4 than the ladder suggests because they've only got 2 more games left. And then the Roosters finish the round inside the top 8 after that excellent win over Canterbury Bankstown on Friday night. Roosters 11 wins, 10 losses, and inside the top 8. Then the Finns, 9th, with 10 wins and 11 losses. Manly stuck on 9 wins. The West Tigers move to 9 wins. They're 10th and 11th, respectively. The Dragons, 8 wins, although they're ahead of the Cowboys with 8.5 wins, but only because the Cowboys haven't picked up those extra 2 points because the Cowboys have a bye to come. But as it stands, Dragons ahead of the Cowboys in 12th and 13th, and then the Eels 7 wins, the Rabbitohs 8 wins. They've got the bye to come as well, so that's a little bit of a bit deceptive down at that end of the table. What's not deceptive is that both Newcastle and Gold Coast have 3 games to play, and I reckon the spoon is a race in 2 now. The Knights have only got 6 wins, and they have got Brisbane, Cronulla and Parramatta to play. The Titans have last at the moment with 5 wins, and the Titans play the Warriors, the Dolphins and the Tigers to finish. So still the battle for the top 4 well and truly on. You'd have to say that, Warriors, Panthers, Broncos, Sharks, all in that race to try and get the double chance. And as far as getting into the finals is concerned, well, there's a 2-game gap between the Roosters and then Manly and West. So it's the Dolphins really who are trying to get inside the finals for the first time. And they've all had their allotment of buys. So it's going to be an intriguing last 3 weeks of the season. Okay, for those of you who missed it earlier on today, let's get the wrap from Glenn and the team at the footy stadium, because the West Tigers continued Manly's run of outs, 13,105 there to see it. Tigers 26, Sea Eagles 12. Here's Glenn with Louis.
Yeah, Q, it was error-riddled. It was wide open at times as well, but in the end it was the West Tigers who made it 2 wins from 2 off the back of the bye. They beat Canterbury before the week off, and now they've got home over Manly, 26 points to 12. A really scrappy game, particularly from the Manly Seagulls. They had plenty of opportunities, but after scoring the first try in the first minute by Tolatau Kola, the West Tigers might have missed the start, but they certainly made up for it, Luke Lewis. It was a pretty impressive performance by the West Tigers, albeit in scrappy conditions.
Yeah, it was a good performance for the West Tigers. Right at the start, I thought Manly, by how many? With the way that they scored that try off the first minute, and then when they set up that left edge shift, they just kept playing short. They didn't go at the back, and they had them shot for numbers for a while. But then all of a sudden, the adjustment from the West Tigers come nicely. They were asked a lot of questions from their own end. They were shifting the ball, got a couple of penalties, got some field position, then all of a sudden they were in front and absolutely dominating Manly, and they did that the whole way through the game. I thought both sides defended their line okay in patches, but I thought the West West Tigers were the better team for the whole 80 minutes.
And it was really the pack that got the roll on by the good work of the halfback and the hooker.
Yeah, well, look, I thought Dewey was really, really good. He was taking on the line a lot. His kicking game was good. Jerome Luai, his footwork, skipping back across, asking a lot of questions, keeping the defence second-guessing, and their forwards laid a really good platform for him. So, look, all-round real good game. I thought everyone just shared the workload. Their outside backs done a lot of work. Their forwards laid a good platform. And then you had Jerome Luai, Api Koroisau, and Dewey, who were just finishing off the sets nicely. So it was a really good all-round performance from the Tigers.
And when you look at Manly's forward pack, they didn't really get that forward role they needed from guys like Lodge, who played minimal minutes. Siwa Takiaho played minimal minutes as well. And off their bench, Ethan Bullimore's been playing really well this season, but he was pretty much unsighted.
Yeah, well, he come on and made an error straight off the bat, put him under the pump, and really their forwards sort of got dominated by the West Tigers. Daly Cherry Evans tried a lot.
Yeah.
He tried a lot of things, but he was sort of doing some really good things and a couple of horrible things that you don't see from Daly Cherry Evans. So he had a bit of a mixed bag, but I just feel like the West Tigers frustrated them. They didn't know what to do after that, and like I said before, I feel like they've just taken their eye off the ball. So I could say I'm pretty confident that their season's done and dusted.
I think he probably tried too hard sometimes, Daly Cherry Evans, because the side was under so much pressure. But it was the West Tigers 26 points to 12. Adam Dewey, Jarrell Skelton, Sunia Taruva and Taylor May scoring the tries. Adam Dewey kicked 5 from 5, including a penalty goal. For Manly, Tolutau Kola and Matthew Lodge scored their tries. Tolutau Kola in the first minute, and Matthew Lodge not until the second last minute of the game. Ruben Garrick kicked the first goal, and Daly Cherry Evans kicked the last one, 1 from 1 each. Garrick with a pretty serious shoulder injury in the first half, and potentially equally serious shoulder or collarbone injury to Stafford Toa for the West's Tigers. So they make it 2 from 2. Manly have 4 straight losses, and Luke Lewis, who got your ABC Player of the Year points?
The 3 points went to Adam Dewey. I thought he was brilliant. Terrell May got my 2, and Api Koroisau got my 1, but there was a lot of great performances. Those 3 guys really stood out for the Tigers.
There you go, Q. It finished at the Sydney Football Stadium. The West Tigers